Hello, lovely people of the internet. 'Tis I, Ophelia Hartwig, aka Savage Minnow, here with my actual mother, Savage Mama.
Good morning. Good last morning of 2021.
That's true. The last morning of 2021.
I said 2021. I heard that.
I was like, as I was saying it, I was like, well, it's
like I didn't
true.
say it, but then I
Close.
heard it out there. I was like, but you said that.
Hello,
Yeah.
Ben. Ben is in the chat. Student Dr. Ben.
Student doctor. Does that mean you're have some time off now?
No, he does not.
No?
He manufactures time out of thin air. I don't know how he does it.
I'd like to know how he does that.
It's got to be like some like magic shit. I don't know, but
I know a lady that did that.
he streams. He streams on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
He is active on social media, and he is in school to become a doctor.
Cool.
So,
Well,
toasted cheese. I've got some toast
and some cheese.
and some cheese. Now, Cheshire said that I don't show it enough on camera. So
to show it.
it's toast. Now,
I mean,
I
if you
toasted
could
this.
You could, yeah.
I toasted these 2 slices of bread. They're toasted.
They're toasted. That was cooking.
They're a little bit toasted.
I think what she didn't realize is we don't really cook.
We don't.
I think she was giving us trouble for not cooking, like, really hitting us below the belt. Yeah,
We don't cook, really.
That's kind of our shtick.
Yep.
And so we didn't show the food enough. So there's the 2 lovely pieces of toast,
And here's the cheese.
and show 2 kinds.
I use 2 kinds of cheese.
Yeah.
I like a little variety.
Mhm.
Actually, I feel like this kind of counts as 3 kinds because this is pepper jack,
Oh,
which I feel like adds another layer. in there.
another flavor in there, another flavor profile.
Yeah.
And there's even another flavor
Oh
profile.
yeah. Then I stick some mayonnaise on there.
So it's just,
I shouldn't have done that. Sorry.
shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that.
I'm in a goofy mood this morning.
Yeah, it'll be your last one of the year. I always make jokes about the first part of the year, but right now I'm starting to make them about the last part of the year.
That's it. It's over. It's gonna be over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So talk about what's the last time you did this year.
A lot of them you're not gonna know. Like your last sneeze.
Oh,
You won't know when your last sneeze is when it's happening.
You're right. Some things you'll know. Well, we might know that that's our last grilled cheese sandwich of the year.
It's not going to be grilled. It's going to be
That's
toasted.
our toasted. I sit corrected.
Is today going to be the last time that we judge people on Reddit this year?
I think it is.
Okay.
I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah, you're coming to the party.
I didn't actually bring it up, but you could put the sandwich together while I bring it up if you want.
I'm gonna, okay, it's time to cook.
We're cooking.
No. In case you missed that, these were toasted.
2 slices of toast.
2 slices.
Lightly toasted. You don't
Lightly
want them like extra toasted because they're going to get a little bit more toasty in a minute.
Ooh. They are.
Yeah, remember, there's toaster oven is usually involved in this.
I remember that, but now I'm thinking, do these need to be like open face then?
A little bit, and then they'll combine.
Oh, so do one with this and one with that. Oh, okay.
And then you combine them.
I like it.
Spackle!
Hey, Spackle! Holy Spackle! What?
Spackle says, "Enjoy your low views!" Ha 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 ha! Feel bad! Roar!
Yeah, we're cooking. We're
You
cooking.
need to shake it.
I feel like we need to do more because that we're really involved.
Doing enough
Yeah, we're not doing enough
as a cooking stream.
And then I've been taught that this is a handy mayonnaise spreader.
Yeah, I mean it is just that little piece of wax paper that comes between like the slices of the cheese.
You're right, it really works well. And it's disposable.
It's disposable.
It's reusable. I mean, it's not reusable.
No, it's not.
This is reusing it.
Yeah.
We're reusing it. And then you don't have to waste water washing a knife. Washing a knife.
She comes over this morning. She's like, I washed these shirts. And I was like, okay, but did you wash them?
And the funny thing is, if you ask me, I'll say it's washed.
Yeah. But when she just says it.
Yeah. Somebody pointed that out a couple of years ago.
Who was the first president of the U.S.? Do you remember his name?
If I think about it, I say it correctly, I think.
Yeah, you do.
And then I'm very proper.
Okay.
A little uppity about it. Perhaps. Okay, somebody wanted to see it. Spackle.
Actually, Spackle, that is a good idea, though. Like, that, to be fair, like, that is a good idea. And we did do that for, like, one episode.
I don't know. I'm cooking over here. I'm not reading.
An overhead cam.
Oh, yeah. I agree with Spackle.
We had that for when we did the,
Did we?
Nugget and a biscuit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that idea, Spackle.
Yes, that is absolutely correct, Spackle. She says wash.
Spackle does?
No, she said, do y'all say wash?
I do. But I won't admit to that.
I don't know if Spackle actually says y'all, or if she's just
mocking.
I don't know if it's mocking or if it's
lovingly teasing us.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking? What this and maybe
I didn't even tell you to do this, and you already knew that this is what I do.
Cooking. Oh, you do this?
Yeah.
I didn't know you do that.
Oh, here, I'm gonna just for 1 second, okay?
I didn't know you do that.
I gotta disappear this so I can show the food better. See how it was one slice, but she tore it up in little pieces to like make it all fit. See, she put the two little pieces up here at the top. We gotta show the food.
Yeah. This one is really.
Oh yeah, that one has more contrast.
That's a mosaic.
Yeah, that's a lot more contrast. You can see a little better.
Yeah.
That is a lot more pieces than I used. Yeah, usually, but it's good.
Well, you know. Aim to please.
So, yeah, if we did do the top-down view, we wouldn't need like to put the toaster oven on a pedestal or anything, which is the other.
So you've shown that properly before you're gonna go.
No,
toaster oven it.
We're toaster ovening it.
She's gonna toaster oven that to make it gooey and delicious, I believe. Which I'm thankful for because I had nothing this week. She did that and is doing that, and I appreciate that. Because nothing.
One slice setting.
Yeah, remember.
This is the epic chair, and I love it. It's amazing, and I live in it now.
Yeah.
And Mama did sit in it this morning, and well, you decided to get out of it when you did because you were afraid that you might have to live in it if you stayed any longer.
I'd be. It is nice. Yeah, so you're going to put your house on the market now?
Yeah. And then I'm just going to like live in one room with the chair. So thank you, Mama.
You're welcome, sweetie. You're welcome. I'm glad you like your new house.
I love it.
It's great. I'm just trying to think of your options. Maybe like a storage shed.
Yeah, if we could get it like well insulated. The ones where they have climate control. Now, can you get? I'm wondering if you can get like what the occupancy laws are for those.
They are zero occupancy. It's against the law.
Damn it.
I know. Yeah. I mean, it happens. It's done.
Oh gosh.
But I don't think it's legal.
Ben wants a mukbang.
Ben wants what?
A mukbang. We're not eating.
From what I know, I'm going to say no.
We're eating one sandwich. We're making one sandwich and eating one sandwich.
Two people, one sandwich. Yeah. And that's a maximum.
Yeah. And it's not like really nice food or anything like that. it hardly qualifies as a mukbang.
I don't know details. What that is.
I feel like technically you could tag it as such, but like we do way more talking than eating. So like, I feel like a mukbang is like way more eating than talking.
I don't know what it is except for people overeating on camera.
It's just people eating on camera. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Wasn't there one of people just drinking water on camera?
Well, Michael B. Petty did one in response to some mukbangers, and he would do it was an ice water mukbang. And I think that he would like get like artisan water and stuff, where it was like
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's supposed to be like premium quality food?
Yeah. That's how it started. Was in Asia they would like go to like these really nice restaurants and like get like the nicest takeout everything on the menu, and then
so they were sharing the experience with you.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was like if you maybe it was a lot of times it's like people who didn't maybe have family that they could eat with, so they would put it on while they were eating. Or they couldn't afford to eat there, so they would want to see, enjoy the experience of like seeing somebody eat it, you know, and that kind of thing. Yeah. And Ben is cracking me up in the comments, so I'm not going to put the comment box back up yet. But hello, good Kyle.
Oh,
good
the comment box
comments.
is not up? Mm-hmm. But they can see it. Yeah. But they can't see it in the middle.
They can't see it there. Okay. Ben's being silly. I'm going to grab our sandwich.
Is it finished?
One toast, one slice.
Mm-hmm. And so it's one slice that's all it takes.
That's the setting, yeah.
Because we don't want it melting? Or do I?
I don't want it.
Okay.
I'll show it on camera.
She'll show it on camera. So that's cooking. That's when you show it on camera. We've discovered is
it's like a little melty.
It looks melty. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's not like a melty mess, but it's like a little melty. And
then combine.
You combine, and they melty together.
That really looks good.
And then see, it's a little more toasty on the outside because you did the toast setting where you do both sides.
Oh, the toast setting gets both sides in the. See, I didn't understand.
It's the broil and the bacon.
See, I've never had a toaster oven, so to me, I just thought it was from the top down. But I do think we've had this discussion before, that you can set it so it's from both bottom and top.
I'm running with a knife, but so it was a plastic
toasty. Don't run with a knife. Don't do it, people. Don't do it,
kids. It's a plastic knife.
Don't do it, kids. Don't do it.
You want to do the honors?
Well, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to cut it, and then either way, you're going to...
Are you going to cut it like a child?
You're going to give me trouble about how I cut it. Either any which way I cut it.
I mean...
It's like I cut it fancy, or I cut it like a child, or I cut it...
I liked the fancy cut. When you did a fancy cut.
That's okay?
Yeah.
But then I think I did 4, and you're like, oh, those are little pieces.
That's fine.
Okay.
We're only having little bites. Okay. Sorry, I'm in a weird mood this morning. I sound whiny.
I was fussy. I
feel like the whole world is a little fussy lately.
Yeah. I've noticed that. Like now, I was talking to a friend, and we both had like a situation where like a person that we talked to on the phone or in person was like nice, like, was helpful, and we like both made a point to tell the other person, like, oh, guess what happened to me today? Somebody I talked to was helpful.
Yeah.
Because yes.
Ben says that he can't stay for long, so I want to say this before he goes. We love you. You are awesome. Like, the person that you are is awesome and amazing, and you should always be yourself. And I'm sorry that your family cannot be supportive of that.
And once again, I'm available to adopt you.
That's kind of where I was going with that.
Oh,
I was like, well, I was kind of going for like a chosen family type angle. So not necessarily my mom can adopt you. I mean, she's available. But, maybe
another family would.
Yeah.
You, there's your birth family and your chosen family.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did them. We were in a group text the other day, and my brother said something ridiculous, and then his wife chimed in, and I was like, "We didn't have a choice. You had a choice. You chose him." Right?
Yeah.
We kind of wash our hands of that. Because she reported what his comment was. It was like, you chose him, you live with him. But yes, a chosen family versus a birth family. You should have shown that on camera. Maybe
pull the other one out.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that gooey wonderfulness. Look at that. Cooking, I'd say. It's like a science experiment.
Somebody tag Cheshire.
I would say we don't show the food enough. That food's been showed. Now we'll start playing with the food and we'll get that report. And my cooking show are they? They play with their food. Here's the deal.
We're not a
cooking show. That's how that works.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Did you cheers? Cheers. Sorry. Oh, I got the biggest piece. How did that happen?
I feel like the cheers.
No way to do that gracefully. Not that I get accused of being graceful. What were you saying?
Usually I do like the cheers on like when it's like new food where it's like, all right, give it a go. And like I have this like every other day for lunch.
I don't know why you wouldn't have it every day.
I love that cheese ball.
Did you like it? Yeah. It was amazing. No. It was amazing. And this is a tasty toasty sandwich.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Because, a lot of times a cheese sandwich is a grilled cheese with butter. But I like this,
the mayo.
a little bit mayo. But just, you don't taste it so much as you get the moistness. It maybe adds a fullness to it. The butter and margarine wouldn't.
It's like an additional layer in the flavor profile.
Mm-hmm. That's a good way. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and safe travels.
Mm-hmm.
Because watch out, there's going to be a bunch of people out on the road.
There are. They were not there this morning. I had a very easy commute this morning.
But there's going to be.
They're just resting up. That's why they weren't on the road this morning. Whoopsie doops. We were just talking about, look at that. We were just talking about me being the spiller.
I come by it honestly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's judge people.
Oh, yay. For the last time of the year.
The last time this year.
And
oh wait, I don't know if this person's acting like an asshole. Wait.
That was a quick judgment. It was a really fast judgment. You're an asshole.
I don't know yet.
And I want to see if somebody else is that woman last week that like saved her dilemma till the Christmas and then refused to go to the Christmas, mess the whole. I'm waiting to see if somebody does it to New Year's. I will not go to the New Year's Eve party because he has chosen someone else in the will. Deal with it right now.
Can I? A little. It's my shoulder.
Sorry.
Did you see my shoulder? It was like.
Yeah.
You're at the edge, so it doesn't really.
I know. I'm
it just goes off the edge, but for me, it like. I become an amputee.
Oh, I see. Because you're onto the page. Mm-hmm.
Microraptor said New Year's celebrations got canceled because one of the people I was going to celebrate with was in contact with someone who tested positive for COVID.
Yeah.
Well, best to stay safe. I'm actually just going to probably sleep through it. But
that's unusual.
It's not unusual. That's usually what I do. I fall asleep in one ear and wake up in another ear. Wait, that one's yours. You bit off of that.
That is mine. But that doesn't bother you.
I'm going to eat 3/4 of the sandwich. Good. So, let's start scrolling so we can judge
because
people.
I forgot to bring my monitor.
The first one involves glitter. It's 10 hours ago. It has 17,000 upvotes.
Oh my gosh. I love glitter. And I love snooping.
You're a mother-in-law?
I'm a mother-in-law. I've had a mother-in-law. This is like my wheelhouse here.
She's all over it.
I am all over this. I am up in this. I am like a Speedo in this one.
I hope Microraptor can find a way to celebrate at home. Or with people who haven't been, potentially.
Yeah. Is there like an online one that you know of? Like Purple did the Christmas one?
Purple might be doing a New Year's one.
I was wondering. I'm
not sure. She did not ask me to do a New Year's one.
Did she bake cookies?
That was Diana. That was baking cookies. She did. I believe she did bake.
I'm confused. I joined the two in my mind.
Purple is a dinosaur.
Does Diana like Purple?
They're very good friends. The best.
Oh, okay. I don't know where I got that from. Okay.
Thank you, Mons. Thank you.
That's good. Find online people, yeah. I think this is the year of that. This is the year of that.
Simos says, hiya peeps, I'm late. Hope you are great today.
Hi, Simos. You are late.
A little bit.
Were you going to need a slip? A permission slip or a explanation slip?
You don't need a permission slip. It's fine.
I think you do. An explanation would be good. A valid reason. Bad, rough commute.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
My commute was smooth this morning. But no, we're glad you're here, Simos.
So judgy. You're just like ready to judge people.
I'm ready. You know what?
What's your excuse? I'm going to judge it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm ready to judge it. You know,
sorry, I don't wear slips. Well, I need a tardy slip.
Well, you could. No. I'm sorry. Snarky, the last stream of the year.
The last stream of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Which involves glitter. It involves a glitter post.
And I will not say that was because we don't know when the last is. That I'm not going to say that was my last snarky comment to Simos of the year. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, Simos.
Not even to Simos.
Not even to Simos.
Okay. Should I do a reading?
Dramatic reading? I love your dramatic readings.
Okay. So this one is titled, Am I the Asshole for Setting a Glitter Trap to Catch My Mother-in-Law Trying to Snoop? And,
probably.
First response to this, anytime a glitter trap is involved, you're kind of an asshole because it's glitter. It gets everywhere.
I've never heard of a glitter trap, and I like it.
What I know about glitter traps is for a while there was this person who was posting videos where I guess it was people who often had their mail or packages stolen. And so they planted this trap that was a glitter bomb. And when they went to open the package that they had stolen, it got glitter everywhere and it had a wireless camera in it. So it caught their reaction.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So that's what I know of a glitter trap.
A wireless camera and
now, I don't know if this one also involves a camera because I feel like as long as there's like glitter getting thrown
there's your
everywhere.
evidence. There's your evidence.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the other one needed a camera because they took it off premises. But this is the mother-in-law's coming onto your turf, I believe.
Yeah.
And she's going to catch her with the glitter. And there ain't no putting that back.
Right.
Yeah.
Micro Rap just says, depends. Does the person like glitter? They're not going to like glitter after they get a glitter trap sprung on them.
Yeah, I mean, I loves the glitter, but...
Same. But I don't. No, I don't want glitter like everywhere.
I heard of somebody, this was years ago, and they put, how they did it, but in the medicine cabinet in the bathroom, they put marbles.
I can think of a couple ways that you could do that.
Yeah, put it in and slide the bag out or something, yeah. And sure enough, somebody went to the restroom and then everybody heard this.
I feel like that would like damage the sink and stuff.
Yes, I think you're right. The glitter trap would be better. Oh, maybe is she going to give details? Because I'm thinking, could we set it up on the top of the medicine cabinet so when you open the medicine cabinet, then
we have got like many paragraphs.
Okay. Of the original poster?
Yeah.
Not even the comments.
Right.
Because it's got like thousands of comments, you said.
This is like, comments go on forever.
Yay.
I'm not even attending.
Get some popcorn.
Look at this comment.
Get some popcorn.
One comment.
Wow.
Okay. Well, oh my gosh. This is the one it was replying to.
If you don't have popcorn, or if you don't have a grilled cheese,
go get you something.
Yeah.
Go get you a little snack.
Get a little something to settle in for this glitter bomb. Glitter bomb mother-in-law. Oh.
Hi, Gia Sam.
Hiya.
A cheese sandwich walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve food here." Gia Sam gives the best dad jokes.
I like that.
It's great. I love it.
I like that. That is what's going to happen here.
Just for that.
For that.
So,
Okay.
I don't know anybody's age or gender in this right off the bat. It doesn't say, but I'm just going to dramatically read it as me. Because we don't know any of the other details. So, for some weird reason, my mother-in-law really wants to go into our bedroom whenever she comes over. Ooh. On one occasion, I followed her as she went upstairs. I was going to get something for my child as the bedrooms are upstairs. And she walked past the bathroom on the main floor and up the stairs behind it. She didn't hear me, and I caught her walking straight into my room and rifling through bills on my dresser.
Oh.
She denied,
you are not an asshole.
She denied snooping, even though I just watched her do it. And said that she was just going to use our bathroom because she couldn't find the other one. She walked right past the one on the main floor and another one in the upstairs hallway to go into our bedroom.
At a certain point, don't you just have to admit that you've been caught?
Apparently not for my mother-in-law. Since that
she's really into it.
I installed an exterior doorknob that requires a key on our bedroom door, and one on the door to our office/spare bedroom. However, she's still always forgetting where the bathroom is and trying the bedroom and office doors. It really ticked me off. My husband says,
yeah, what does he say?
I just get annoyed at this because everything she does drives me crazy, and since we put locks on the bed, on the rooms that we don't want her in, there really isn't a problem anymore. Well, over the holidays, we had my in-laws over for dinner. Before they came, I was searching for the bedroom keys. We hadn't used them in a while since we only lock the doors when my mother-in-law comes over. My husband told me that we didn't need to lock the doors since she wouldn't try and get into the rooms. I insisted that she would because she loves to snoop. We went back and forth and decided to cover the doorknobs in super fine glitter to see if she tried them. Cover the doorknobs in super fine glitter.
It's gonna.
She's gonna get it on her hands whenever she touches it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right, Micro Roger. This is not okay. Don't go through other people's mail without permission. Don't go into
Yeah.
If you said use the bathroom, if you open a door and it's not a bathroom, don't go in.
Right.
Like if all the doors are closed and you're like, oh, I need the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
If you're lost, like find another. You're like, oh, I'll find the master suite. Like you know that there's more than one bathroom in there.
Mm.
You don't have to go into their bedroom.
Well, and the woman walked past 2 bedrooms. It's not like she's actually looking for a bedroom. That's
Bathroom.
Oh,
Bathrooms.
yes. Thank you. I'm glad you. Tell me what year it is and what room it is.
She isn't forgetting anything. She's snooping. That's exactly right, Krabby Hermit. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And she's like doubling down. She won't admit it.
Right. So this whole super fine glitter on the doorknob thing.
Okay.
I did this once before when husband didn't believe me about the snooping to prove that she'd been in the rooms. Last time she ignored the glitter and didn't say anything, but then my husband couldn't deny that she tried to snoop.
Okay.
So this time I covered the doorknobs in glitter for the office, went a touch further and rigged a little folder of glitter over the door to the office before the in-laws came over. I left it one side unlocked of the French doors, and it was set so that if you walked in the room, you would get covered in glitter.
Am I an asshole because I love this? Just asking.
Husband goes out of his way to show his mom the main floor bathroom when they got there, and specifically asks his parents and sister not to go upstairs. That's where the baby gate is, so the kids can't get upstairs either. Well, guess who had to go to the bathroom and got covered in glitter? And he got it all over their hands and hair. She completely lost it and started screaming at me, and I yelled back, and now my husband is saying that I went too far and that I'm the asshole. Mother-in-law also says I'm the asshole, but sister-in-law says I didn't do anything wrong and mother-in-law deserved it for snooping. She knows. She knows.
Mama was snooping.
Father-in-law is Switzerland. I love father-in-law. I love father-in-law. I'm not saying shit. I'm married to this woman.
I don't know nothing.
Apparently her car is ruined now, too, because it's covered in glitter and she can't get it cleaned up. So am I the asshole? Do I need to ask?
Gosh. She went, I don't know. I'm so torn. I love it so much.
Exactly.
But it did go a little far.
It did, but husband kind of let it go too far.
Did he know? We don't know that he knew about the packet. He knew about the
but
doorknob.
But here's the thing, is that when it was the doorknob and she denied it, mm-hmm. but he could see the evidence,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
he let it go too far by not saying, Mom, it's obvious.
Yeah.
When he let it go after it was obvious, what was she to do? Just let her, I guess you would just let your mother-in-law snoop through your thing.
I would be sure and lock that damn door.
They couldn't find the keys.
I'd go in there and, it's the second floor. I say I put a chair up against it and then climb out the window, but the second floor, I might still do it.
Glitter bomb it.
I'm so torn. I love it so much, But I don't like embarrassing people.
But who embarrassed her? She embarrassed herself.
No, she didn't expect a trap.
Yeah. No one does. That's the point of a trap.
That's the point of a trap. Yeah.
Nobody expects this punishing position. Yeah, exactly. Points for creativity.
Oh, amen. I love it on so many.
You think in a woulda, coulda, shoulda universe, husband should have been like, don't go upstairs. There's glitter traps on the doors.
No. I think and it takes me a while to think it process. Here's the thing. She's gonna have to have a relationship with this woman.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Depending on how things go with the hubs, obviously. She may have to have a relationship with this woman for a long time. And you have to respect that that's your spouse's
mother. Yeah.
Yes, you have to respect that. Because there's so many times you're like, you don't agree with the way it's handled, but I think you let that spouse make that final call. Like, you can make the final call on me, she can make the final call on her mom. And I don't think the hubs was in agreement with this.
Should it have been like what about like one of those little buzzer things?
Everybody seemed to be okay with the doorknob thing.
But it didn't do anything.
No, it didn't. It proved, it did. It proved the point.
But it didn't,
it didn't alter the behavior.
Yeah. Yeah, I also would love to hear what the husband says. I would also love.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, all we get is commenters on Reddit. So let's check out what they have to say.
Yeah.
Your mother-in-law is the issue, but the fact that your husband refuses to set and enforce boundaries with her is actually the larger issue here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Better yet, don't let an asshole into your house. Why do people put up with assholes just because family is so odd to me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was that really long comment? Here we go.
Thesis.
Yeah.
What's
I feel like where does it start? Okay. He agreed to the trap only to turn around on OP. No. It would be laughable if it wasn't such an indication that of his mindset overall. It's telling to me that her mother-in-law's own daughter thought it was justified.
Yeah. That.
After all these attempts at snooping, what in the hell is she still looking for or looking further into?
Yep.
Yeah. So much of this post screamed, what is this word? Enmeshment? I don't know that word. But
somebody's who's enmeshed.
From context, it means
enmeshed.
Yeah. And I meant what I said when I said I've been there. The only thing that will make this better is the mother-in-law is kept further away or husband gets it together.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The only thing, and we've talked about this on here before, the only thing is when you say, okay, we're putting down our foot.
This is the boundary.
And then if you don't follow that boundary, then you're not welcome in this house anymore.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you have to do that. And then the person says, oh, you know what?
People actually have to test the boundary. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's like they have to like test it and be like, oh, you were serious about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were serious. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I do still want to be a part of your life, and like that, I'm okay with putting up with that. I would prefer not to. So
exactly.
I had to test the boundary and see, but
exactly. Yeah, this. I mean, without oversharing or when it was a red flag to me. We haven't had the red flag in a minute. Red flag. When she did not admit what she had done.
Yeah.
That it was a red flag and a little
Krabby Hermit says,
been there, done that.
a glitter bomb is less harmful than a dye pack.
I don't know what a dye pack is, but
It's those things that they put in the money when
oh yeah.
This is dye.
Yeah. Like, oopsie, caught literally red-handed.
Microraptor says that's what Wikipedia says about that word. Thank you.
Oh, good, thank
That
you.
was a new word for me. So
Oh,
I appreciate that.
thank you.
All right, let's see what else
I think
we
I've
got.
heard enmesh, but enmeshment.
Enmeshment. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Beyond glitter bombs, what do we got? Am I the asshole for canceling my daughter's 16th birthday for taking my husband's late wife's journal? Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Should we read it?
Sure.
Okay.
Just to
I mean, yes, you're the asshole.
yes, you're the asshole. That's been removed.
I hate them. Well, I guess they found out that they were the asshole.
Does it say who removed it?
Nope.
You were the asshole.
It just says removed, which is usually by the... It has been locked. Nobody can comment either. I feel like we can't get enough context from just the comments in these ones, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will like go off on a tangent where I'll read the comments.
Yeah.
The deleted one. But
Yeah, he's the asshole. He, she, they.
Yeah.
You were indeed an asshole.
Yeah.
You don't. Yeah. The 16-year-old made a mistake, and
They already know.
yeah.
Am I the asshole for not saving dinner for my girlfriend and causing her to go to bed hungry? Yes.
Yes. Yes, you are.
He hasn't deleted it yet, so we'll see.
Yeah. When did it go up, and how many comments?
I am a 28-year-old male, and I have been with my girlfriend, a 29-year-old female, for 14 months. We've been struggling with money issues right now, with me being the sole income earner. My girlfriend used to eat restaurant food either by going out or ordering takeout, but ever since she lost her job, she couldn't do it anymore. I mean, that's understandable.
What happens?
I cook twice a week and keep leftovers for busy days since my job is physically demanding and time-consuming. My girlfriend eats my cooking, but hates eating leftovers. In the past, she'd eat out while I eat leftovers, but now since money is tight, eating out is no longer affordable. My girlfriend hates that, and she's lost weight since because she'd rather go hungry than eat leftovers. I don't know why she feels so strongly about it. Okay, I'm feeling less and less like this guy is the asshole.
Yeah,
Actually.
I know.
On to the conflict last night. I came home late from work and started reheating leftovers for dinners. My girlfriend came over in the kitchen asking if I was cooking, but I said no since I already have leftovers ready to eat.
Mm-hmm.
She got upset and said that we should really limit eating leftovers and just leave this type of food for hobos and broke college students. I just shrugged and she left the kitchen in a hurry.
I retract my earlier comment?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Same. She came back after I got done eating and looked at me asking where was her dinner plate.
Oh! Gave it to a hobo. College student walked by.
Yeah. I said I didn't save her any food because I assumed since it's leftovers, she wouldn't want to eat it. She had a full-blown tantrum about how selfish and inconsiderate I was to not save her some food. And that she was going to bed hungry because of me assuming shit. She can't cook herself?
Yeah.
Wait. They might not have clarified. She might not have arms.
You're right. It's a very small... Like, oh, I'm an ass for assuming that she can cook a meal. Oh, she could be that she can't. She had a job before. Okay, so my shoulder. Sorry. No, it happened right before we came on. I can't even lift my drink with it. Oh. Yes, I'm going to be an ass and assume that she can cook a meal and is choosing.
We don't know if she has arms.
She's so pious. Maybe she doesn't have arms.
I mean, I'm trying to make it make sense. This is the only way that it makes sense.
It doesn't make sense. That's right. That's right. She's just entitled and bitchy.
I mean, I also feel like they should have mentioned it if it was the case, but...
Right. She is incapable of preparing a meal, so she relies on me. That was never said.
Yeah.
That was not said. Now, I do get the thing about leftovers, and it's a weird thing.
She has it, yeah.
It's almost like a textural thing.
You gotta, like, make it into something new. It can't be, like, the exact same dish.
I'm fine with the exact same thing. But it's something about, like, even, like, heating, like, say, heating up canned soup. It's just because it goes through that phase where it's not edible, is right out of the can, and then that just sticks in my brain when it's warmed up. Like, but it was not edible before. Listen, I know. I've never admitted this, and here I am admitting it now
on a cooking show.
On a cooking show. But
not a cooking.
But other leftovers I'll reheat.
Okay.
I reheated leftovers last night. It's just something about if it goes through that it changes the texture.
I got half a paragraph left though.
Okay, but I think she has arms.
You're assuming that she has arms.
I'm assuming she has arms.
Okay.
She's weird about leftovers, and she can't afford carry out. But they can't get.
I had an argument with her in which I said that she was acting childish, and she looked shocked that I spoke to her this way and yelled that I did this deliberately to prove a point and that I should have cooked in the first place to avoid having to eat leftovers. But now, even leftovers are gone, and she was hungry. She ended up going to bed hungry and cold-shouldered me for hours because of it. Well, she probably cold-shouldered you for hours because she was asleep.
The first part was intentional enough that she was asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're passed out, you kind of cold shoulder whoever's around.
Right?
Giving you the cold shoulder. I'm gonna go sleep. Whoever comes in is getting the cold shoulder, right? Even if you're
for hours.
Yeah, for hours.
Even says for hours.
For hours. Yeah, say like your dream would come. You're still gonna give them the cold shoulder. Gosh, I'm just. This is the last day of the year. It's the last damn day of this damn year.
They 180'd me on this one. They do that occasionally.
Yeah, they did. They did.
I was like, you're letting your girlfriend go hungry?
But then we didn't factor in, why can't she get food? She's not a 3-year-old.
Right. I mean, also, at this point, I'm assuming that there were other ingredients in the house. Like, maybe she doesn't have, like, a prepared meal to eat, but, like, there's probably ingredients.
Right. There's not a piece of bread she could eat, or a slice of cheese, or a glass of milk, carton of yogurt.
Yeah.
Crackers. Like, saltines. Nothing.
There's nothing.
And you went to bed hungry. No.
I don't.
No.
Because, like, I have, like, gone to bed, like, actually hungry before, and, like, you can't sleep when you, like, you just go find something to shove in your mouth so you can sleep.
Yeah. And did she not, but
scrambled eggs, yeah.
I do get this wrong often, and I think I get caught up and I don't really. Did she not say she came in and said, no, I don't want it, and left? Did that not happen? That very night?
On to the conflict last night. I came home late from work and started reheating leftovers for dinners. plural.
She came in.
My girlfriend came into the kitchen asking if I was cooking, but I said no, since I already have leftovers ready to eat. She got upset and said that we should really limit eating leftovers and just leave this type of food for hobos and broke college students.
That's right. That's it. She said she didn't want it. It should be left for hobos.
Did she say she didn't want it?
She said we shouldn't do this. It should be left for hobos and broke college students. So
she said, I don't like this type of dinner.
Good enough.
She didn't say she didn't want to eat it.
She said we shouldn't do it.
Yeah, but she didn't say that she wouldn't eat it.
I believe she implied that by her hobo comment.
She apparently believes that she did not imply that.
Or she changed her mind.
I mean, I feel like it's ambiguous.
What's the definition of a hobo?
I don't know. I feel like it's maybe not a nice term. So I don't use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking that it is a person who is transient.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking they're on I'm thinking they're riding the rails, and I don't know if that is correct or not.
We got a comment. Do I put the cheese on the outside of the sandwich? This is complicated.
I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna go to bed hungry. I don't know. I do not know how to get food from the pantry into my mouth, and yeah, I don't know.
Did I use a feeding tube? You help me?
You went from being an asshole to being with an asshole that you need to unenmesh yourself with. I think you might want to start looking at, and you might want to start considering, do you want to be looking at the end of 2022 with this same woman? Just saying.
What do you want your 2022 to look like?
Just saying.
So you guys been together for like 14 months?
But who's counting?
You want 2022 to look like 2021?
I don't think so. Personally. And might be a good time to think of that at the end of the year.
Might be, yep. Or the start of the new year.
There's that line of demarcation. Want to carry on with this woman who cannot feed herself. And if you do not provide your own food, or then don't be a complainy pants about the person that does.
What are her reasons that she can't get a job? I mean, I feel like there's a lot of people who just can't find a job right now.
Right.
But if you don't have arms, also it makes it harder.
You're gonna ride that to the end.
I'm still not convinced she does have arms.
I hope you don't carry that into 2022. Not be like anybody. Maybe she doesn't have arms.
I don't like leftovers because they just make me feel sick. My husband eats them as lunches, and I cook as dinner.
You cook. There's it. I cook. That's the difference. That's different.
I cook.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Some people aren't into the leftovers, and it is more like a emotional thing, maybe. But
and then they're talking about histamines in food. I don't know if Ben's still here, if that's a thing. But that sounds annoying.
Wow. Not the asshole living with an asshole.
I would like to know why she lost her job, but like, it also could be like a completely valid reason why she lost her job. There's a
very valid
freaking panini on.
There is a panini. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I am worried about it, but
it's like I didn't hear what you said, but I was summoned. They were talking about histamines and reheated leftovers. That like they get sick from leftovers specifically. That was in the comments.
That there's something.
And I was like,
I don't believe it.
Is that real?
I don't believe it. Ben would know. I just feel, what is she bringing to this relationship? because he's working and cooking.
Yes.
So maybe that's the point, and she's, asking about why.
Ben's like, that's not real.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Yep.
I knew he would just be like, no.
Yeah.
or yes, that's a thing. Or,
Yeah.
I knew. He always puts it like so frankly. I love it.
Yep. Not a thing.
I also love how, Ben, I love it when you will like interrupt people when they're like saying like bad science things, and then you'll be like really polite about like, okay, well, you did get like this part. But like I gotta like
and everything else.
But he doesn't say it like that. He says it like so nice. Where he's
sweet.
like, you know what I mean? He doesn't like put people down.
That's a skill.
He's really good.
Or
really good
or maybe it's just your heart. You feel that way. Yeah.
He's really good like that.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, no. I'm sorry.
Do we want another cooking one? We're a cooking stream, so
yeah, you're right. We're a cooking stream.
We're a cooking show. We're a cooking show. That's what we do. We're a cooking show. That's what we do. Am I the asshole for yelling at my boyfriend that I am not his friend's personal cook? The yelling might make you an asshole.
The yelling might, and where it took place.
And how it happened, yeah.
Yeah, did you yell in front of the friend?
I see group of 15 plus guy friends. So I mean that's I haven't read all of it yet, but we're gonna start.
How do you have that many friends?
The house party?
IRL.
House party.
A lot of people.
Ben says I try. Well, you do well. You really do.
You do. I mean, do you work with that many people, or do you go to school with that people?
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah. Usually it's like, oh, my work friends and my school friends, and like I have everybody over for a house party, and then like there's maybe like 4 roommates who live here, and they all invite their work friends, and like
that I get. I just thought the one guy had 15 friends. Oh, but you're saying like it's a group party.
I don't know.
Like you and I'd have a party.
Yeah.
And maybe my friends and you. Okay.
Maybe.
I know. I'm
He calls them brothers? Okay, so maybe they're
I'm bad today because I'm coming up with all this stuff before I get the facts.
Read on McDuff.
Yeah.
I'm a 31-year-old female. Okay. And I have been with my boyfriend, who is a 32-year-old male, for 2 years.
Okay.
We met via a dating site, and I moved to his hometown months ago. Oh. One new thing that I learned about him is that he is extremely sociable. Oh. He has a group of 15 plus guy friends that he calls his brothers.
He calls them brothers? Oh, bros.
Believe it or not, they're all single despite being in their 30s. Not saying it's weird.
It's weird. It's weird.
But still, they're military, though. That makes it to me extra weird, actually, because all the guys that I've known who are in the military like got married in their 20s. They got married younger than the rest of my friends.
I'm going to agree with that.
But
just coincidence.
Yeah.
Wow.
None of his friends can cook. And once they've tried cooking, they started expressing that what a great cook I am. My boyfriend started having them over for dinners, and I find myself cooking not only extra portions of food, but also several different meals to accommodate each taste. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Also, I was asked several times to cook for each one of his friends and send the food directly to their house or apartment. I spoke to my boyfriend about how exhausting and unfair that was for me to be spending the majority of my time cooking and for too many people every day of the week, and he asked me to have some sympathy for his friends who used to eat frozen food all day before I came along.
Oh my gosh.
Then they can go back to eating frozen food all day.
Wow.
I told him from now on, I cook only 3 times a week and just for the 2 of us. And he said okay to that. Okay.
I'm surprised he agreed to that.
Well, he better.
He wasn't thinking.
I guess. Last week was his friend Ryan's birthday. Sorry, I can't read today. It's an issue for me most days.
Yeah.
Yeah. He hosted the dinner party. Oh, he hosted the dinner. Party was at the bar at our place without consulting me, and then sent me a list of the name of every friend attending and the meal they requested that I cook. Like, it's a freaking catered party, and you're the caterer? Let me just say that there were 10 plus of his friends coming over expecting me to cook several different meals aside from dessert and drinks and whatnot. I was expected to do all of that on my own while he just cleans up afterwards, but I refused, and we had an argument with him. And I had an argument with him, and I yelled that I wasn't his friend's personal cook and told him to cancel the dinner and go with his friends to the restaurant. But he got upset, saying it was unfair. He said I put him on the spot in front of his friends since that might damage his relationship with them. He begged me to suck it up, and this will be the last time I cook, but I declined and went to the bedroom and stayed there till he left. They live together, right? Okay.
Yeah.
He texted me hours later and kept on about me pulling out of cooking and ruining his friend's birthday, and by extension, his relationship with him and his other friends that he considers brothers. He said my reaction was not cool, and I shouldn't have hurt him like that. Am I the asshole?
Wow. No, you're not the asshole. The only point the boyfriend has is that it was in front of his friends.
Yeah.
That's the only point he has.
And, like, it maybe wasn't, like, the time to bring it up, but, like, still, I'm 100% with her.
So did she
dump
know?
This guy and his brothers, yeah. Exactly, Simon. His brothers should understand.
Yes, they should. They absolutely should.
They took the whole thing way too far. Like, she's not a freaking personal chef.
Yeah. It's like she moved to be to where he lives, and I feel like he's treating her like he purchased her from
before you came along.
Before
I got you,
like from a first world country, and she's brought here and then expected. Oh, since you're here, now you're expected to do all these things.
Yeah.
So they had over a year that they were like online, and you obviously don't know all the details when you're online with somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, Pammy Poodle makes a very good point. Damage their relationship. Why would his friends hold it against him because his girlfriend won't cook for them?
Very well said, Pammy Poodle.
Like,
she always, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They can bond over it.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend's a bitch.
Why is she a bitch for not cooking for them?
No, she's not. I'm just saying that's them. They can,
but like,
they're at the bar.
How are they going to get mad? I think is her point. And it's like, how are they going to get mad?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Something
like a cooking slave. Exactly. She's not house help.
Something is wrong.
Exactly, Sam. Maybe he should have asked.
So I mean, maybe at this point, and I don't know, was this just like people were there that this was expected? I mean, maybe you could say, maybe we could grab some sandwiches, or get stuff for sandwiches, and I'll bake some brownies or something, and then
you can get involved,
and then get through that, and then have the discussion, because that losing it in front of the friends, I think that's best avoided if possible.
Yeah, when everybody's over.
Yeah. So then later to say, that ain't happening again. If it happens again.
Yeah.
I'm going to the bedroom and locking the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be the only thing I would change on her behalf. But otherwise, no. This is too much. I can't even fathom it. It's so out of the norm, it's out of acceptable behavior.
Yeah.
It is unacceptable.
Exactly.
So no, you're not the asshole.
I concur.
Tell him the cooking stops here.
Yeah. Or, like, this is where the boundaries are for the cooking.
Yeah.
Because maybe she enjoys cooking. Maybe she wants to cook for the two of them 3 times a week.
3 times a week.
But, like, that's all.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
OP is not the asshole. Yep.
Nope. She's not. I can't fathom that a person thinks the way he thinks.
Yeah.
Thinks that's acceptable.
Yeah.
And his buddies.
How old is he again? He's in his 30s and he thinks that this is acceptable.
Yeah, you're right. He's not like 17.
Right. Yeah, it'd be one thing if he was like a military dude who's like 19 and he's like, oh, like that's woman cook.
Man go off to war.
Men go war, woman cook.
No shoes necessary.
No, they're not married. They're not married.
No.
They've been together for 2 years though.
But how many months ago did she move there?
I don't know.
I think she needs to pack it up and move back.
I need to take a banana break for my brain. Okay. It's hurting. I need to take some migraine pills.
Oh.
But I feel bad because it's early on. But
that's okay. We can take an early break.
We're gonna take an early break. We'll just do like a 3-minute break.
Is that enough?
Yeah. I drink some water. There's not big lights in here, but you know, sometimes I think just getting out of the light for a minute and stuff.
Yeah. So we'll be back in 3 minutes.
Yeah. We'll do a short break.
Get up, stretch,
get a snacky, drink some water. Take your meds if you haven't taken your morning meds yet. It's almost noon.
That's right.
All right. See you in a minute.
Oopsies.
Okay, that was more than 3 minutes, but
I can't.
we're back.
Mm-hmm.
We're back. We can't do time.
We can't.
Sorry.
No.
We suck at it.
We do. I was going to get a glass of water and I couldn't even handle that.
I lost my water too. And that whole thing.
Go get some water. Because you should have water if you're not feeling well. If you're getting a migraine, headache, any type of headache, I'm big on staying hydrated.
I'm alive.
She's alive.
I'm alive for now.
And may I just say, we've done 3, which, randomly. The one, they can see it happening. The glitter, somebody snooping, you want to catch them. How far do you go? You don't,
They're all pretty ridiculous.
But the other 2, there's a person that cannot feed themselves.
I know! She must not have arms, I'm telling you.
That's the only explanation. You're right. And we have a person that wants another person to cook for 15 people. On the regs.
On the regs.
Those are so...
They need to sign up for HelloFresh. Not sponsored, I swear, not sponsored. But, if they're in the military, right, and they've got, a regular income, then they can afford something like HelloFresh or something like that. Or, just go to, cooks.com and, learn how to freaking cook.
That's what I'm wondering. Because you're right. Those people can't get their own food either. Is this a trend?
Yeah, because that other girl didn't have arms.
We know why she couldn't.
And that's why she couldn't cook.
She couldn't even get food out of the pantry and put it in her mouth.
Right.
Because she had no arms.
She didn't have arms. That's the only way they didn't make sense.
And we know that because she didn't post. No arms. She didn't post her side. It wasn't from her side of it.
We didn't see a picture of her with arms. I still don't see why you think she has arms.
I'm making an assumption.
You're making an assumption that she has arms.
You know what happens when you assume.
Yeah, teach them brothers how to cook already. Exactly. And something other than on the grill outside.
I don't care if it's on the grill outside.
They can feed themselves.
I don't care. I don't care if they get it out of the yard. They didn't collect. I don't care if they eat roots and berries. Why are they expecting this person to cook for them?
She's like, I don't care if they eat roots and berries. Not my problem. Go spear hunting. Get that deer.
Put it on the grill. Invite your brothers over. Yeah, you could take turns. I'll get the deer this week. You get the...
Pammy Poodle explained it. It's 15 armless brothers. None of them have arms.
How did we come across 16 armless people? 17, really, because the boyfriend, too. He has 15 bros.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's armless.
There's over a dozen armless people that we've come across on Reddit this morning.
Wow. This is quite the end of the year.
Psycho says, yeah, try befriending the mess sergeant.
Yes. Yes.
I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just go to that mess hall. They'll feed you. You're a soldier. They'll feed you.
Are these bros? Are they in the military too?
It says they're military though. So I'm assuming all of them are brothers in arms.
Yep. Go to the mess sergeant.
But I'm just this is an entire
They're
infantry.
You're right. They're military.
Armless people. I think our military is getting more progressive.
Is that and I don't know. I'm just asking. Is that a military? If they went into the military young, are they not used to doing those things for themselves? Are they used to just walking to the mess hall and there's the food? and here's what you wear, here's your clothes, here's your food. Are they not used to that? And so they're like, oh, okay, we can't do it. We're off duty right now, so she can do it.
Maybe.
No, am I
they're
way
in
out?
their 30s. They're not in their late teens and early 20s.
I just didn't know if it was a military thing. Like
they've had a decade to learn. Yeah, I think you're right, Gio. I think mommy cooks for all of them.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Brainless says, brothers in arms or brothers without arms?
Brothers without arms.
They're armless people. Like that's the problem.
Yeah, maybe the next time they have a get together, they should have a bring your own dish that your mom made.
Well, men can cook too, and Krabby Hermit makes a good point.
These guys.
My dad learned how to cook for huge groups when he was in the Army, and Krabby learned from watching him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely.
Men can definitely cook.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Right now, people where the man is either equal to or cooks more than the female in the situation. I don't think these guys are on KP duty.
They need to band together and get like a HelloFresh box, and then they can learn how to cook. This comes with they're laminated instructions. It's very basic pictures and all.
Pictures and everything.
My ex got those. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember the chat about it. I did not hear that.
You remember he didn't know how to boil an egg.
I feel he did.
You don't remember the video where I asked him, how do you boil an egg? Oh, yeah.
Well, then, did you teach him?
I did, sort of. I tried. He wasn't the best student.
Well, let me just say, he boils eggs now.
Good on him!
And good on you for teaching him.
Can he get that shell off of him now?
I think he does, because he mentions eating them.
I taught the man something.
You taught him something.
Yay.
Good job, you. Thank you.
I'm so glad that he's not starving when he has eggs in the fridge now.
I know.
Boil them.
He likes to have, we discussed that not that long ago. He likes to have boiled eggs. They're ready to eat.
Good.
So you've done good. I don't, the boiling, the skill of that was not discussed, and the removal of the shell was not discussed.
I'm just saying that it used to be that over double the time of cooking and eating the egg was spent removing bits of shell. Well, there is the fact that either the cooking or the eating is the main event now, and not just the shell removal
of the shell. Wow. There is a tip to that for all you.
Richard.
Hiya. Is how a newer egg, it'll be harder to peel than a egg that's not so fresh.
That's true.
I think it gets a little air separation in there or something.
Also, you just do the ice and you don't leave them in boiling water.
Yeah, because mine, maybe that's what works well for me. I like the ice. Did you teach him that? Good. So you're saying that comes with directions and training?
Yeah, and even somebody who can't boil an egg can figure out the directions.
You know that, or did you?
Yeah,
did you cook it? Did you put it together?
He could have done it on his own. The instructions were that good. He really could have. He really could have. Now, part of the problem, you remember, part of his problem always was that he didn't read the instruction.
I don't remember that, but that's not whoa, really? But that's a thing. That's a thing. There are people like that.
It does require actually reading the instructions.
But you said it had pictures.
It does, yeah. So that's half of it right there.
Yeah. It's I'm sure there was directions for the chair.
There was 15 pages of directions. Look at this shit.
Are there? But here's my question. See, there's photos. And you know, a lot of people do that. You just look at the photos and then you go through and then you go, oops, something didn't work out. Now I got to go back and read.
Yeah,
So
I
that
read
could
through
happen.
all of them first, and then I started putting it together.
That's nice. Yeah. So, but she could maybe suggest that. She could maybe suggest a weekly get together where they all learn to cook.
There we go.
Let's have a week.
That would be a creative.
Let's have a weekly cooking, eating get together. That could happen. Happy New Year!
Richard's telling us about forcibly blowing onto an egg.
Forcibly blowing. Is this
While the egg is still fairly hot, this is Richard's recommendation. Break away a small part of the narrow end, being sure to remove the membrane beneath. Remove a large part of the more round end of the membrane, and then forcibly blow into it.
and get air around it.
It'll shoot it out the big end if you remove more of that.
It's not going to shoot it out the air, but maybe the air is going to shoot in. Because you can do that to get it before it's cooked. People do art stuff with the shell intact. You can do that to get the raw egg
with
out.
A little hole.
Yeah, the raw egg. But you're not going to do this with a cooked egg.
I mean, it does say remove a large part of the more round end.
Do you think he blows the whole egg out that hole?
Nah, you're probably right. It just isn't probably
Richard. Okay. You know what we're doing next week on this cooking show?
We gotta do it while it's still hot.
Wow.
This is gonna be fun, though.
Seriously?
I'm gonna try it. We can try it.
I'm gonna try it this afternoon.
Sorry.
How big is this hole, Richard? I mean,
you're like excited to learn more.
Well, yes, I am. And yeah, we're not judging. We're not judging your personal.
I don't judge Richard. He knows that.
Well, and I like that. Did you get air under the membrane? Okay. So is the point to get air in there so it peels easily? Is that the usual point? And then occasionally
it'll shoot out the other end.
It'll do what she thought it was going to do from the beginning. Is that... Could you clarify that, please?
I love Gio's like, I won't judge. You can blow an egg.
Yeah, you can find it. But if it's okay with the egg, let's...
Well, if you cook an egg and it is done, drop it in cold water. The shock will make it easier to peel. But Richard's saying to blow on it while it's hot.
He does say while it's hot to do it.
Well, it's still fairly warm.
Okay. Wow.
I gotta blow on that. I gotta blow the hot egg.
And do you do all of them?
Ooh, yeah, you do all of it.
I go blow my eggs. I'm gonna have to get back to you. We're gonna have to wait on this because I've got eggs to blow.
It's only gonna take me 15-20 minutes.
Okay, the air peels it. Okay, just try it. Don't
Don't pop your eardrums.
We need to be strong to do this.
Hold my hand. Be strong.
We can do this. So completely forgot that point. I mean, like, not even a clue of what it was, not even a remnant.
Oh, we're talking about before the egg?
It was about the egg, but it was like before we held hands. And, oh, okay, I got it. Because he said you have to be forceful. I'm thinking maybe this is good for your
For your breathing, for your chakras.
No, but that would make more sense the way I did that. Like a aerobic activity.
Ooh.
You're like, I'm an egg. I think maybe
Give me like 24 of these, and it's like it's my workout for the afternoon. What do you do this? I made 24 boys. Good morning, Pixie.
Good morning.
Richard's telling us how to blow an egg.
We're taking notes.
Mama's taking notes.
So I'm okay.
Am I the asshole for continuing to read when my husband and dad came into the room?
Oh, I'd like to hear that. Yeah,
Me and my wife have had discussions about this. I usually continue to the end of the paragraph.
But multiple people walked in the room.
Okay.
Are you saying when one person walks in the room?
I don't know. We're going to read it. It's not very long.
Because some people, yeah, okay. I'd like to hear
So
that.
yesterday, my dad came over to speak privately to my husband. So I did what I usually do when I'm alone in the evenings and read my book.
Our dad?
My dad came over to speak with my husband. I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know.
They have a good relationship.
Maybe they do.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, they both came into the room I was in. Neither of them said a word, so I didn't realize they wanted to speak with me, so I just kept reading. It's a little bit like, I feel like when you get to the end of a paragraph, you like, do like a
scan?
Yeah, you like a little check, like, you need something?
Because she knew they were in there.
Yeah.
And her original was they came to speak privately. They weren't speaking privately. They weren't speaking, and they weren't private anymore. So that activity was finished. So yeah, like, what activity are we on now? It doesn't include me because you walked in the room where I am.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Honestly, I could kind of feel a weird tension in the room.
Mm-hmm.
But I chalked it up to them having a disagreement, which is common and not because of something I was doing wrong. However, my husband finally got fed up and asked me in an angry tone if I was going to put my book down. You're both assholes.
Yeah, you're both assholes.
I told him I would in a second since I almost finished the chapter. That was a mistake. Okay, here's the thing about a book.
Explain a book to me, please.
When you put the book down,
mm-hmm.
the words, they don't go anywhere.
You can come back to it?
You can come back right exactly where you were. And if you forgot, if you like lost the tone,
mm-hmm.
like you can back it up and fucking skim through that shit, get right back to where you were and like pick up.
Do you need a remote or anything?
No, you just fucking close the book.
Just do that.
You just boom. And it stays right there. No, it might be nice if you have a bookmark.
I was just thinking, could you stick something in there?
Yeah.
Stick something in there.
They call it a bookmark.
Oh.
It
marks the spot
in the book.
Yeah. So it's easy to get back to where you were in a book. You don't need a remote. You don't need to go 10 seconds. No, it's just...
You don't miss anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't keep going without you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not even, like, there's not even going to be other people that you, like, need to catch up with because it's just you reading
you in the book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the book remains...
It's
static.
Static.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In case any of my viewers didn't understand how a book works.
Because I think OP was a little confused.
OP seems a little bit confused.
On the book. Yeah.
This is how a book works.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. And if you feel this odd tension, do you think...
I feel like that might kind of kill the vibe of the book.
Yes. I'm going to sit there really enjoying my book with weirdness going on in the room. Don't mind that. I'm reading.
I'll come back.
Yeah, I'll come back. And do you... Yeah, they walked into the room where you are.
And this is like a book? What is this?
Well, that's what we're... The more you know.
It's like a movie, but it's in writing.
A finger. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You can do that thing. I don't like it, but you can fold that.
The dog ear?
Yeah, I don't like it. But
I like to dog ear my pages, but only on my own personal books, never on a library book.
Oh, don't do it on a library book. Wrong.
I mean, librarians don't really get mad about it, but don't do it.
How do you know that?
I've talked to librarians about it. They're like, we don't really care as long as you don't like sneeze in it or like put stuff that's sticky in it or like as long as you don't make it dirty or messy, they don't really care or tear pages, you know.
Yeah. The tension was improving the experience. Oh yeah.
Oh, good point. Ooh. Well, apparently it was a mistake because that's when he got even angrier and told me to put it down now. You're all assholes.
You're all assholes.
You're all assholes.
You know, I think it was good that we gave the tutorial in a book, but at some point we need to give a tutorial on speaking.
Yeah,
communication. Because didn't I used to say, like,
thank you, they're the magic words.
Because we used to say that the vast majority of these were communication issues. And that we're getting away from that, but this is right. This is back at it. This is a communication thing.
So I did. I put my book down now. And my dad lectured me about how rude I was for continuing to read when I had a guest over who needed to talk to me about something important.
Okay.
The guest is your dad.
Yeah, you're a dad. You're dad. You're not a guest.
Sorry.
Screw that.
You're a guest on my show. You're not a guest in my house. You gave birth to me. This house is yours too.
Thank you. When she gets up tomorrow morning and I'm sitting in the living room reading my book, we'll see what she thinks about this house is yours too.
Depends on whether or not you make coffee.
But yeah, Dad, no. Don't pull that shit, I'm a guest, because you know then he's going to pull, well, I'm your dad.
Right.
He's going to want both. No. You just pick one and you go with that. And you've gone with your dad. So you're not a guest. Screw it.
Yeah.
You should be polite, but you should be polite at anybody's house.
Yeah.
You know, you're not a guest. And
I feel like it goes for all three of them.
Yes, because Dad's like, why didn't you do that? And can say she was enmeshed in the book, whatever. I don't think she was because she knew they were in the room.
Yeah.
But let's take her out of the picture for a moment. Do the two of them not have? They were talking, so we know they can speak.
We know that they can speak,
but they were not able to speak to her.
Well, I think they spoke to each other, and then they came into the room to address whatever it was that they were talking about with each other, with her. Right. I mean, it feels very clear from the setup of this, even not knowing that, like, what's going on or anything. It seems very clear from the setup. Dad and hubby were talking about something, and then they came into the room to address it with you.
Yes. And you cannot figure that out. You're unawares.
And you were like, let me get to the end of my chapter.
That was a bit much. Because they asked, right? Could you put the book down? Let me get it. There's two people there waiting.
I will in a second. I'm almost finished with the chapter.
No. No, that's where we discussed the bookmark thing. Put that down. Or you could lay it open. Yeah. You can lay it open. Don't do it for like a long time. It's not the best for the book.
Okay.
But
1 second.
Yep. Did you see that? Yeah. Did you see that? What?
Or, as Simon suggested, what was that?
What was that? What? That's an option, but
I also love being swallowed by a book, but sometimes it barks you back up.
Okay, my husband finally got fed up, so she knows that this is happening for a while.
So she knows that they're fuming in the room with
and
her. She's just
So okay,
she's
an asshole. Yes, you are an asshole. And Dad and your husband, we know they can speak. That was pointed out in the first sentence. Can they not say, could we talk to you for a minute?
They share.
Can we talk to you for a minute? Can we talk to you for a minute? Yeah.
Please. Can we talk to you for a minute?
Wasn't that hard? Yeah, please. Throw please in there. So please and a thank you.
They're the magic words. Here. No, wait, I shouldn't do this. I feel like I need to, like...
Tammy Poodle.
It sounds like the real issue is how insensitive she was being for folding her book up and turning pages in front of two people without arms. You're right. It all goes back to not having arms.
Look at me. I have arms and fingers. I'm turning the pages.
Yes. That's right.
No, she's being an ass for making them wait on her and her book, which we've explained now, and be put on hold easily. And they are assholes for not saying, "Can we talk to you?
Can we, please?
Can we talk to you, please?
Yeah.
A minute?
Yeah.
Might we have a minute of your time? Might we be able to do that?" It's not that hard.
Emma says it sounds like the dad has thrown the book at her several times before.
Yeah.
GeoSam was a little bit off topic, but I really appreciate the comment. He says that he saw a squirrel bury a nut in the backyard today. He's going to swap it out for a grilled cheese sandwich just to blow his mind.
Oh, yeah. Do it.
Toasted cheese is easier, in my opinion.
Do it.
Grilled cheese, you got to, like, get out the skillet and everything.
Do it.
Let's just involve
You
the
know
toaster
right
and the
where
toaster.
that nut is.
And now you know just how to make the perfect toasted cheese sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a squirrel bury a nut.
I've seen him put them in the trees.
Yes.
Maybe he spread the riot act too. But obviously, that was loud. Obviously, like there was not like any. She wasn't. I feel like I'm going to say that Southern thing. She wasn't raised right. Right?
Yeah, look who raised her.
She obviously wasn't raised
He's
right.
probably a single dad raised her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all need to work on communication.
Yeah.
I thought it was starting out great that the dad and the husband had such a great relationship that they're going to go chat. And I thought no. It might be they're addressing down. It might not be that they were even having a conversation.
That's true.
It might be that dad
was like, I need to talk to you about this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need to address it with my kid also.
Yeah. Now we need to talk to her. Yeah.
We need to talk to your little missus.
We need to talk to your little missus. Explain to her. Explain how this is going to happen. What's going to happen here?
Microraptor replied to GeoSam and said, maybe if the squirrel wanted a sandwich, it would have buried a sandwich. That's a really good point.
You ever seen it? I've never seen a squirrel bury a sandwich.
Bunny Morrow makes a very good point.
Bunny often does.
I feel like
Bunny usually does.
I feel like there's more to the story.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they make a habit of interrupting because she's acting very passive aggressive for seemingly no reason.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Agree.
Agree.
I'm almost finished with the chapter. You can wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
Also, I want to know what book it was. I know it's really bad, but I'm like, is it The Hobbit? Is it a romance novel?
Yeah.
Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Lady Chatterley's Lover? Right. Or The Hobbit. That's
Those are the only two in your mind.
Which is it? Ugh. Or a spy novel. Or a Stephen King.
I read a book, like one of the bestsellers that I recently read that was like on the bestsellers list. I finished the book and I was like, what was that even about?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was just like, why is this book popular? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that long, so I kept thinking that it would get good, and I just finished it, and I was like, but I don't know what happened.
See, I don't know what Twilight, but there's a song.
It was Twilight.
There's a song from a movie, Twilight. So is that the same?
The movie is the same
as the book.
It's about vampires, teenage vampires.
Yes. And there's a song from there that was popular.
50 Shades of Grey. She might be the kind who's into 50 Shades of Grey.
She might be. You won't want to read that with your dad, or
I remember when that book first came out.
How to Win Friends and Influence People. She was on the prologue.
Obviously. Obviously.
Why do you need this book on the prologue? Yes, that is exactly what she was reading.
The last time I saw somebody reading 50 Shades of Grey, I feel like I have to put this in here. It was at a hotel swimming pool, and it was a lady who, like, obviously had children that she was like,
she was waiting on the kids while they were swimming.
And then, like, my first thought was like, do you not have like a composition notebook?
Yeah. Yeah. How old were the kids?
Like kids, like grade school kids.
Oh, like they could read. Yeah.
Like they were not old enough to know what that book was, and not old enough to like be intrigued by it was like obviously an adult novel. They were obviously not old enough to be interested in an adult novel of any genre. But it was just so weird that it's like you go to like watch your kids in the pool and this is what you're
reading. Yeah. Watching the kids reading. Yeah.
And it's not even like a romance novel. I read it because I was like, I couldn't believe that it was as bad as everybody said that it was. And it is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It's terrible.
It is. Yeah. And I don't want to be judgy. Some people liked it.
Here's the thing. I
it.
really judged this book because after I read the book, I heard in an interview the author explaining that a good amount of the book that she read while she was on the train and she was just typing it on her BlackBerry. And I was like, that makes so much sense.
But the problem with judging the book is then you're judging the people that like the book.
Nah.
Because
you can like whatever you want.
They are out there.
There's those people who are into that, like the statue that is the urinal, right? There's people who are like, that's my favorite work of art. Whatever, like that's
not familiar with that work of art.
It was when like the absurdity and stuff in modern art was so like the point was that
sometimes you just want to read about an unhealthy relationship. Yeah,
maybe.
And I would like that book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar Who Refused to Eat Leftovers. Was super duper hungry because
did the caterpillar have arms?
No, the caterpillar did not. But yet was able to feed itself. Take a lesson from that. OP 3 times ago. Caterpillar can feed itself without arms. But we're not saying she shouldn't enjoy herself.
Yeah, she's absolutely allowed to read whatever she wants. I read it. I'm not like
she's not the urinal art. Yeah. I just want to make sure that she's aware of that she's not lost in the book, whatever book it is.
OP?
No.
Pool lady. Yeah, that was really my concern. Also, once I started to think about it, was like any book. Hopefully, it's not something that you're completely lost in.
Yeah, lost in because your kids they're at risky behaviors.
Right. Also, a book doesn't seem like to watch children. You should bring a book. Ever.
Because you're supposed to be eyes on
audiobook, maybe.
Yeah. I agree because in my day, you'd go to the hotel swimming pool. There'd be like a person on duty, or there would be a sign there: "No one on duty at this time."
No lifeguard on duty.
Yeah. So if your children are in a pool, you need to. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be too engrossed in a book.
Yeah, me either.
But I do know a woman who runs a beauty shop, and she said that there were a lot of women under the dryer with it camouflaged. The 50 Shades. It was when it was new. It came out, and she was like, "Just read it. You're in the beauty shop. Just read the damn book. You don't need to put it in your composition notebook in the beauty shop."
I like my composition.
That was her point. Was
at the beauty shop, nobody cares.
Yeah.
At the pool,
she was like, "Own it, own it."
But I feel like in the beauty shop, that's like a predominantly female space. That's not the same as like a pool.
Correct. Yes.
Even taking the children out of the context, like
right. Yeah.
like you're sitting there in a bathing suit reading that at a pool.
We don't know she's in a bathing suit.
I saw her. She was in a bathing suit.
See, I'm confusing. Is it audio or well, I'm confused. It's really happened.
Well, we're assuming that this really happened. That's the way that we're treating it.
Yes, but we didn't see it. We didn't have eyes on it. This is something you had eyes on. Okay. So she's in a swimsuit and she's reading 50 Shades of Grey and the children were playing.
Yeah. And coming up to her occasionally, like,
Mom, yeah. You didn't hear us when we were hollering for you.
Watch me do this trick. Watch me do this trick.
You do this. Just a minute. I'm reading about another trick.
Let me finish this chapter.
There's a trick being done here.
And
then we'll get.
You learn about that in 20,
Then we'll
years.
get to your trick. They're not the same. Wow. No, Tina Jones, you are not.
No.
Yep. Kids can be drowning. Should be like, same.
Right? I'm drowning. Same.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Big same. Simos.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Well, if she's reading the 50 Shades of Grey, maybe she'd be like...
Apparently she'd be into that, so like...
She'd be like, fine, is this what I had to do to get you to figure it out? She's leaving it lay around.
Again, communication.
Yes.
It's all about communication.
It's all about communication.
That's what you're into?
Yeah. Communicate. But, yeah. Maybe that's a way of communicating, leaving them. Every room Simon goes into, there's a book laying there.
But, like, that book, I'm just going to say it, like, that book is not BDSM. Like, that is an abusive relationship.
I thought so, too.
But,
I thought so, too. And so did our friend who cannot pronounce tortillas.
Good.
Because she said, she said, yeah, she told me. I was like, okay. And then, yeah. And I double checked. The 13K there. The 13K, is that what you're circling?
Hey, is this, do they live in Japan? Is this 13,000 yen?
Is it yen? Is it pesos? What is it? Yeah, and a lot of couples will have a thing about if we spend over this, if we want to spend,
if we spend over $100,
we're going to discuss it first. We're going to discuss it before we spend over 100. Maybe theirs was if we spend over 15K, we discuss it. It was only 13K.
Yeah, I mean, me and my wife, it's like, if it's getting close to 100, we're going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, pretty much anything over 50. We don't have like a set, but it's like anything over 50 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And usually for stuff before, like, less than 50, it's not so much consulted as it's like, hey, you know,
this had happened.
It's not like under 50. It's not so much like a need to ask for permission kind of thing. It's like, are these funds available? You know, but like once it gets to like the $100 mark, it's like we need to like talk about this, and it needs to be a group decision.
Yeah. Are we on the same page with this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that number did get like smaller over time because, like for instance, the toaster that we have and stuff like that. So, you know, decisions were made, but it was $13,000 spent on toys after reading 50.
Choice.
Yes, I'm going through this right now with my new girlfriend, like how much is too much to spend on each other and all of that. Yeah, like that it is, it's definitely like not going to be the same for everybody and you guys got to like work it out for yourself. But $13,000 just seems like,
wow, 256 different shades of gray. Thank you, Geo Sam. Good to know.
What? See, we're only really like looking at like a fifth of them, less than a fifth of them if we're only looking at 50.
Maybe but I've heard that there are more books to follow that one.
Yeah, but they're all called like 50 Shades.
Right, but I'm saying that they're missing. They could be like
right.
100 shades, 150, you know, they could.
Right. 256 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, that could be the
finale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I have some tissue, TP for my nose.
You may. Because I have a friend that not only likes the books, but apparently there's movies.
There are.
And I'm like, I'm good. and then no, she's going to give them to me.
The movies or the books?
The movies. And she's going to give them to me in like one at a time. And I said, I'm okay.
Oh, because she wants your review of the previous one when she exchanges them.
I don't know. She thinks they're all great, and it gets better as it goes on, and then you learn more. And I'm like, I'm okay.
You do learn more as you go on. I don't think it gets better.
In the series.
Yeah, no, I don't think it gets better.
Well,
I have seen more of the movies than of the books that I've read, but the movies definitely don't get any better. And I have read, there's another book that is from Christian's perspective. And that one does not make it any better.
I think that's the one she referred to. Like, oh, we understand, like, his childhood and all this.
Oh, no.
I'm like, I don't.
And, like, if anything, it makes it worse. Yeah.
I believe you.
It's not.
Yeah, no, like, I just got to. And
let me ask you this. If you found out, like, why Jeffrey Dahmer is a murderer, would you care less?
Okay.
They killed a bunch of people.
I got it.
Yeah, exactly. Sibos, it's 50 Shades of being an asshole. Like, that's really, that is what the one from Christian's perspective is it's 50 Shades of being an asshole.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, as I told my friend, I don't have a DVD player.
It's how an asshole became an asshole.
How an asshole became. The making of an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. It's awful.
The making of an asshole.
50 Shades of crucifixion. No. I mean,
I agree, Bunny Morrow. Yeah. And that's what Tortilla Friend was like. She didn't make it 10 pages. And I was like, I'm going to go more than she went, and maybe 10. I was like,
Yeah, no.
It was not.
I love that we have, like, friends that's like Tortilla Friend. Porks. They have names now.
Well, because.
Yeah, I love it, though, because it's consistent.
Yeah. We know what we're talking about.
And I feel like if they watched it back, they would be like, oh, I'm Tortilla Friend. I'm Porks.
Porks would be.
Porks would love it.
Porks would love it. Porks would love it. Tortilla Friend, I think, has changed. I think has learned.
She's learned how to say tortilla. I know.
I think she has learned how to say tortilla.
But I think that she would find humor in the fact that, like, we brought that story to our viewers. And you guys know the story of our tortilla friend.
Of our tortilla friend, yeah.
Who repeatedly ordered tortillas in a Mexican restaurant.
And it was so repeated because she always wanted to order them on the side, whatever she had.
A side of tortillas. And if you did not bring the tortillas, she was going to remind you, hey, did you get the extra tortillas?
It was not tortillas, it was tortillas.
Okay.
I know, I was hiding at the time.
Tortillas. I do remember the tortillas.
Yeah. 50 Shades of Leftovers.
Ooh, that sounds like a horror book for you.
Why the girl without arms? Yes,
50 Shades of Tortillas.
Yes. Yeah, this was not.
That's what we should call her, Tortilla. That's what.
Tortilla. Because, I mean, correct me if I don't even want to get into it. Never mind. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. leave me wrong.
I don't know if she's right or wrong.
I don't think I'm wrong.
She's rarely wrong. But it does happen.
What happens? I don't know what year it is. I don't know. There was that, and then there was
Good point.
I don't know what room, the toilets in the bathroom, the bedroom. I don't know.
Are you going there to piss?
Yeah. Yes.
Ask Shanny's kids. They don't know either. Sorry.
Yeah.
15 or 13K.
13K. To me, that's over the should
For like any.
Should discuss.
Unless you're like Bill Gates.
She could be, or
maybe it's Melinda Gates.
Maybe it's Melinda Gates. Melinda Gates is on Am I the Asshole? I don't know. My girlfriends would never tell me I need to go on Am I the Asshole and check. Yeah, it could be. It could be.
Maybe it's Melinda Gates.
She could just be just like the rest of us. Yeah. Maybe the money was given to her by her parents to use for her siblings.
I feel like there's a parents refuse to give her any more money in there.
Really? Really? Ooh.
So I am a 33-year-old female.
Is this not going to be dramatic? Because you're not sounding really dramatic.
Hi.
Okay, thank you. But how's your head feeling?
It's better. I drink a lot of water. Yeah. So I am a 33-year-old female.
Mm-hmm.
My sister, who's a year older than me, has been struggling with infertility for years. She and my brother-in-law resorted to so many options, including trying rounds of IVF. This is costly. So as a result, a number of IVF cycles had cost them a lot, and none of them worked.
Mm.
My sister and brother-in-law were advised to take a break, seeing the physical and emotional and financial toll this unsuccessful IVF has had on them. But my sister wanted to try one more time before she enters her mid-30s, where her chances are lower. Understandable, but it is expensive.
Doctor said to take a break.
They were advised.
Right.
They were advised.
That maybe a break and then come back to it. Because you want the best chance of
So
success.
my parents refused to give her any more money. And she came over to my place where she had a mental breakdown begging me to help.
Oh, boy.
I decided to help her out and helped her by pulling $13,000 from my husband and mine's shared savings account.
You're an asshole.
My husband was out of town for days, and I didn't go out of my way to tell him after he missed my initial call before going forth and giving my sister the money. So she did call, but he didn't answer, and she didn't even leave a voicemail. I brought it up to him on the phone later, and he blew up at me saying that I shouldn't have made such a decision in taking money out of our joint account without consulting him first.
Yes.
But I said I tried calling, and he didn't pick up the first time, and he said I still shouldn't have made any moves till I had talked to him first. And he said that he didn't agree that I give him... He said he didn't agree that I gave a huge sum of money that he worked hard for, given the fact that he contributes 70% of his account, and said, I messed up big time. I don't feel like the fact that he contributes 70% of the account matters. It's still a joint account. It's still both of their accounts. They're a married couple. It's half and half. Doesn't matter who. No, I'm sorry. I say that as like the sole provider in my marriage. Like, no. When it is a joint savings account, it is a joint savings account.
Okay.
In my opinion. That's why I have a separate personal savings account, which I do recommend for other married people. Like, have your own personal savings account. and a joint savings account.
She did not.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Or she didn't take it out of that.
Right.
So we're assuming she didn't.
And if it's something like that, like I could take that out of my personal savings, or I can take out whatever I have in my personal savings, but like I need to consult my wife if I'm taking it out of joint savings.
Yeah.
And even at that point I would consult her, but like if it's something that you're not getting her okay on or his okay on, like it needs to be something that is all completely your money that you have saved up on your own.
And even that I have issue with, because I know somebody that did that and she said, oh, it was just the money I saved. It was like, okay, but you were living off of the money that he made, and then you're saving your money. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I feel like the amount of money that goes into the joint savings account should be equal to the percentage of the amount of money that you guys are bringing into the home. So if your income pays for 30% of the expenses, or your income is 30% of the money that's coming in, and his income is 70% of the income that's coming in, then 70% of the money that goes into savings should be coming from his paycheck, and 30% of the money that goes into savings should be coming from his check. Same goes for all of your household expenses.
Yeah. Well, the person I'm talking about,
But I'm saying that doesn't make the house any less the person who contributes 30%. It doesn't belong any less to them than it does.
I'm fine with that, but I'm saying this person put no money into the household and kept her money.
That I have a problem
for
with.
What she wanted to spend it on for extra.
That's what I'm saying is like the percentage in the savings account should be equal to the percentage of the amount of money that you bring into the household. Period.
Okay. Makes sense.
Brainless has to go because someone special is calling. I understand.
Good to see. Happy New Year.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So I tried to explain my sister's situation and how this was an emergency. And I assured him that she'd return the money. But he said, no, she won't since she doesn't even have a job. Same with her husband. Why aren't they trying to have children if they don't even have jobs? It said I shouldn't support their bad decision to want a baby when they're broke to begin with. I swear I didn't see that.
What was it? I'm sorry.
The husband also said I shouldn't support their bad decision to want a baby when they're broke to begin with. That's what I just said about like why are they trying to have a kid?
Yep.
I had an argument with him and said he was acting cruel and unsupportive of my family, but he corrected me saying that he's not a doormat and he worked hard for the money. And I had no problem giving it away without even telling him. And that is my sister and I feel obligated to help her out, yet he refused to understand that.
You're an asshole.
Yeah.
You're an asshole, OP.
That was the last time we spoke. He demanded I take the money back ASAP, but I haven't responded to him yet. Am I the asshole or was he? You were, and you owe him $13,000.
You are the asshole. You are the asshole. Yes. Yeah.
You owe him $6,500.
I mean, $13,000. You can buy a lot with that.
Yeah.
A lot.
And if they can't afford the $13,000, how are they gonna I'm not saying that they can't afford a kid, but how are they gonna afford a kid?
Yeah.
Like, do they have a plan to afford a kid? Like, is that something that they're gonna be able to do? Because like kids are expensive.
And they're not taking the medical advice was to wait, that this isn't the best time to proceed with this. So you're not even if you wait till the optimum time, then you're more likely to get the results you want to justify spending $13,000 for that. But if the doctor's saying this isn't working, this isn't the best time, and then you're spending $13,000 that is from a joint account that you've not, you're an asshole.
Yeah. You're an asshole.
You are acting like an asshole.
If you're asking me, am I the asshole or was he? You are.
You are. Yeah. You are. Yeah, let's hope this. Well, we don't know when this happened. Yeah. Can you even get the money back?
Right.
And would the sister not had a sister? Have brothers?
I don't have a sister. I have sisters-in-law. Yeah.
If somebody were giving you this money, would you not say, you want to check with your...
Yeah.
You want this check says Sam and Mary. Do you want to check with Mary, you want to check with Sam before you give me that check?
Yeah, like how? I can't imagine. I can't.
She knows. The sister knows that it was not checked. It was she did not.
Pammy Poodle says it sounds like she shouldn't have given the money, but it's also relative to how much money was in the account and what amount of spending without consulting has been okay in the past.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like 13,000. I'm sorry.
We think that's over the limit.
Oh, I guess it's Melinda Gates.
It could be Melinda Gates.
That's how we make this one make sense. It's Melinda Gates.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's not sure.
Does Jeff Bezos have a wife? Could be Jeff Bezos' wife.
He might.
Okay.
The Elon Musk does not.
Right. Yeah. Unless you are married to a billionaire.
You're married to a billionaire. You give your sister $17K.
Yeah. 13.
13K.
17.
17.
Yeah, give her 17. Why not? Yeah.
At least once a year.
Wait, how much did they allow you to give with that for taxes without having to pay taxes?
We'll check that.
Yeah. Give her that amount every year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Whether she's trying to have a kid or not.
Yeah, because you don't want to.
If you're married to a billionaire.
Because you don't want your hubs to have a tax issue from it.
Right.
You don't want to cause a tax issue.
Yeah.
But 17.
She's probably an a-hole, but I want more info. Husband is being a bit of an a-hole for all the judgmental stuff about her sister, but he's probably really upset. So understandable, question mark?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but he also makes a good point. Like, I understand.
It is judgmental.
I understand that it is judgmental, but it's also a very good point.
Yes. It's like I get judgmental sometimes when, it was not that long ago, somebody was getting a very large dog and they were flat broke. And I'm like,
I get very judgy about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I know it's judgy about it, but I was like, I don't know that you have the money for the food, and you sure as hell don't have money for the medical things that will arise, and then they're unexpected.
All right. They're slightly unexpected, but
the timing is unexpected.
There's a certain amount of vet expenses that you can bank on having with a large dog. It could be more than that, but it ain't gonna be less than that.
Yeah. And that's like that one we were talking about budgeting. They were saying, it's like, oh, it was unexpected that my washing machine broke. No, it was unexpected that your washing machine broke that day.
Yeah.
It was not unexpected that 15-year-old washing machine broke.
Your washing machine lasted for an amazingly long amount of time when we were ready for it to be done.
Yeah.
And it was
sometimes.
And when it finally quit, it was not unexpected.
No, right? But I'm just saying, it's like, oh, it was unexpected that my car broke down. No, because in the scheme of life, cars break down. So that.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're trading it in for a new one every year.
Correct.
Then it probably won't break
down. And they
down.
don't break down as much as they used to.
But yeah.
But there are certain expenses that are unexpected that you can plan for.
Yeah. Yeah, who just spends $13,000 like that? Exactly. It sounds like it's just a small sum of money to her. It sounds like she's talking about it would be a couple hundred. And I would still be upset about it. If my wife did this with a couple $100, I would be like, okay, fine, whatever, your sister can have the couple $100, but I would still be upset if my wife did this with a couple $100.
Yeah. I mean, she's acting like that, but I said it, $13K will buy a lot of things.
I mean, I feel like even if you're a billionaire, this needs to be an actual conversation.
I don't know.
Okay, multi-millionaire, it still needs to be a conversation. Yes. You're right, maybe a billionaire, because my brain has a hard time getting around.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, Shadow!
So, yeah.
It's already 2022 there.
No.
Shadow, is it already 2022 there? Is it January yet there? They live in the future.
What time?
They're Australian.
I know they do, but it's 12.
Computer, what time is it in Sydney, Australia?
In Sydney,
I actually
it's
think
5:12
he's in
a.m.
Victoria. Oh! It's 2 years!
I stand corrected. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was that far. And I didn't realize it was as late as it is.
Yeah.
Sorry. Happy New Year. I was wrong.
Happy New Year! Fireworks!
How's the New Year working out?
Is it a good one? How is it so far?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
How is 2022 so far?
Yeah, let us know. It was a preview. So we'll know.
Mage, I'm with you. I am so with you.
Mm-hmm.
No. Shadow General said no. Don't come. Go back, go back, go back! Damn it.
Yeah, the Sweden, that's what I would, yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible. In 2022, I said, oh.
2020.
In 2022. 2020.
20.
2022. 2020. 2022.
Yay.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We'll just walk really quiet into 2022 and nobody will notice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I learned about this from Daisy. You just walk, you crouch.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you write out a check for $13K.
And you pull out your knife and you stab me the zombies.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You don't want to shoot them, it attracts others. Anyway.
Violent one. I hope you leave your violence behind in 2021.
I get a little violent when I play video games. The savage in me comes out.
Mm.
Yeah. 2022 is site-based on movie. Yes. That's why you freeze.
Yeah. Oh my. Mm.
Just a platonic stabby stab, exactly. Stabby stabby.
Mm. Goodness.
And then if more come, you run away.
Wow. Yeah. Mm.
No! No! Don't let it get me! I'll run away! Run away!
Mm. Yeah.
I didn't want it.
That didn't work for 2020, did it?
I didn't want it.
Or 2021.
It didn't. You're right. I think we have time for one more. We got 45 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
Am I the asshole for leaving my dad's wife to explain to her daughter she wasn't asked to be a bridesmaid?
Yes.
It's been a while since we've had wedding ones.
Yeah, we haven't had wedding ones in a while.
Yeah, leaving without telling my husband where I am. We've heard that one before. Just other versions.
We've not heard that.
We've heard it from the husband's perspective before.
It could be a good one, like the cutesy on purpose, though. Okay. You know, sometimes they get.
It's like one big paragraph and then another paragraph with an update.
Ooh.
Okay, it's gonna be
updates
like
are good, usually.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Pammy Poodle has to go play with your doggies. I understand. I understand.
Good to see you, Pammy Poodle.
Give the doggies some love.
Is next week
Malteses?
Malteses. Next week Malteses.
Malteses.
She might be gone.
She might be.
I want to know about the Malteses.
I am a 27-year-old female and I'm married to my husband who's a 34-year-old male. We got married 5 months ago. Okay. And since then, my in-laws have been acting differently. Mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and father-in-law are always here saying that they have hospital visits or whatever. Like, do you live in a different town than them? Is that?
I think maybe.
But stays home the whole day, and before I leave for work, I have to make 5 different meals for the day. What? This person is not making any sense. They're stopping by unexpectedly, and nobody informs me when I enter the house they'd be there. I told my husband I don't like this and I don't appreciate the extra work, but he blew off saying neither of us have any right to say his parents they cannot come to his house now that he's married, and that would cause a rift between us too. I don't have a great relationship with my parents. For the last 4 years of my grandparents' life, I stayed with them, and my dad hated his parents, and that caused a rift between us. I think he's referring to that. My grandparents left me their house, but the tax alone was half of the value of the house. So I rented out the house and was staying in the servant quarters for a few years.
Wow. The tax was half the value of it.
Probably a Little McMansion.
Taxes. There was a movie about that.
Now I have a very demanding job and work around 60 hours a week. Now coming home and doing all the extra chores and additional work is making me overwhelmed, and I couldn't talk or communicate without crying, and my husband's not taking me seriously. They know I have a house, but don't know the details of it. Before marriage, my husband asked if I would sell it and buy part of his house so that we can have a house together, but that house is rented out to usually embassy staffs and would have strict lease. Nobody knows about the servants' quarters, and I thought I was living in the house provided by the company, which I did for a while before moving in with my husband. But a few days ago, I saw security footage through my phone from work and saw that my in-laws are going inside with big suitcases, and I went straight to the quarters and hasn't gone to his house in 3 days. It feels good to be able to sleep without smelling like food and sweat, but my husband's been calling me nonstop, calling me an asshole for abandoning him to deal with his parents alone and telling me to come home immediately and we can talk about it after his parents left. I don't want to go there. Am I the asshole? Is it something I should accept as something that entails marriage? Update.
Do you understand any of that?
Some of it.
I feel like she and I are having a communication problem. Because I didn't get that.
I understood some of it. Here's what I think happened.
Okay.
OP had a house from her grandparents. Grandparents died, left her the house. She couldn't really afford all the bills for the house, so she's living in the mother-in-law apartment of the house and renting out the big rest of the house to cover the bills. So then, at some point, she moves in with now husband.
Okay.
While they're still dating.
Okay.
And husband says, you should sell your house and buy part of this house with me so we have a house together that's our house. Because I can't afford to like move into your grandparents' house with you because it's fucking a big mansion and we can't fucking afford it. You should just sell it.
But they could not move into the servants' quarters?
It's just servants' quarters. It's just a mother-in-law apartment. It's maybe not enough room for a couple. I mean, it probably is.
I know people live in one, but you do too. But okay.
I'm trying to steal me on their argument.
Okay.
Family, in-laws are always at new house. All the freaking time.
What is the new house?
The house that they live in together.
Okay.
That is husband's house.
Okay. Has she bought into that
No.
house? Okay.
Because that's a lot of freaking work because she's got for the house that she's renting out, she's renting it to a company that has like all of this shit with its like embassy stuff. So like they've got to have it all cleared and everything. So it would be a huge thing to freaking even sell the house because they have to sell the embassy contract and all of that shit too.
Okay.
It's like selling a commercial property.
Good on you. You understood this. Okay.
So she's like, fuck it. I'm going to stay in the servants' quarters at my house. Like, they know that she has a house, but the in-laws don't necessarily know that she was just living in the... Because husband didn't say, oh, she just lives in the servants' quarters. She rents out the main part of the house.
Oh, okay.
So she says, fuck it, I'm not even staying with you guys. I'm going to move back to my house into the servants' quarters.
Okay.
Possibly it's vacant at the time, the main part of it, because there's not an embassy member renting it at the time.
Okay.
But it does have security cameras.
So it's one, I was thinking it was a separate little house. You're saying that you think they're connected?
The servants'
Mm-hmm.
quarters?
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's a mother-in-law apartment, like, in the house. It's kind of what what it sounds like.
Okay. I was thinking it was like out in the backyard. Go on. Because the cameras, I did not understand that.
So wife is like, oh my gosh, like, you're making me do all these extra chores here to, like, take care of your family too. Like, I'm just going back to my house. Okay? Just go back to my house. Which happens to be the servants' quarters in a larger house.
Okay.
She sees on camera while she's at work, her in-laws, not only do they come over to her house, but they go specifically into the servants' quarters, her specific living space in their house. That's what I got.
Weird. Why are they happy to live in the house? Oh, yeah. This is weird.
Yeah. It's too much. Update.
Okay.
I woke up and I've been reading the replies for the past hour and everyone thinks it's abusive and I think it is too. I'm going to talk to an attorney and a therapist today. I found a therapist with really good rating and her schedule was packed, but after talking to me for 2 minutes, she asked me to come for a session today.
Oh, wow. Clear a spot for you. Come on over.
Maybe that's a bad sign. I don't know.
Yeah. But he's clearing time for you.
I sent my husband screenshots of a few comments. See, this is unhealthy on both sides. I'm not saying that, like,
communication. This is the communication.
Like, you don't be like, oh, I told these people on Reddit how much of an asshole you are. Look, they think you're an asshole.
The whole internet thinks you're an asshole. Here's the proof.
I posted on this one time. Can you imagine if I had, like, took screenshots of the comments and, like, sent them to the person? I'd be like, see, you're the asshole in this situation.
You're the asshole.
Obviously.
You are the asshole.
Obviously.
Wow.
Okay. So she showed him screenshots. She sent him screenshots.
Their communication is not great.
Yep. And he hasn't replied yet. Go figure. Must have been sleeping.
Oh my God.
No.
She's a little bit of a smart ass.
Must have been sleeping as now his parents are doing all the chores so that he doesn't have to. Well, okay. At least they're doing chores. And no, it's not acceptable in our culture too. Families meet up for festivals and holidays, and that's it. It. I also read about love bombing.
What is that?
And also downloaded a few self-help books. Also, just in case, getting an IUD over the weekend. Oh my gosh. I feel more hopeful and confident now. Good. I will update as soon as I could, and thank you so much. I think that the update is so much.
I gotta write this love bombing down. I have no idea what that is.
I will tell you what love bombing is.
The glitter bomb I got.
Love bombing is like a cult thing.
A cult?
Yeah. Like, that's how I'm familiar with it. It's like when you, so like you get invited to like a new church or whatever. And that church, when you go there, like, they realize that, oh, you know, like, maybe you got some issues with this in your life, and maybe you got some issues with that. So, like, they're going to help you out with that. They're going to help you out with that. And they're going to tell you how awesome you are. And they're going to tell you how great you are. And they're going to tell you how happy they are that you're there. And, like, oh my gosh, you're just, like, a part of the family. And, like, we've just been missing you for years. And, like, that's love bombing. That's immediately, like, forcing that person to, like, be, like, connected to you. Like, you're just,
a
like,
lot.
Yeah, you're just, like, bombing them with love. And they're like, oh, well, like, of course this is where I belong because everybody loves me here. That's what love bombing is. I don't I don't know if it's her in-laws that are love bombing her.
They love. No, I don't think anybody's love bombing her. I think they're love bombing the husband.
Maybe. Love bombing is also a narcissistic thing, and it's common among abusers. Okay.
This is just a mess. Something is lost in translation.
Oh, I think it is like the family is like love bombing her. That they're like, no, like you have to. We're gonna stay at your house, and we're gonna help you do the chores, and we're gonna come to your house.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
because we think they have a house.
They have another house where they can stay. I love that. She drew notes for this one.
I was confused. They have a house.
Yes.
Apparently, they've lost the key to it because they're either at the house the son had before he got married, or
that's how we make it make sense. They lost the key. They lost the key, and it must have been over Christmas weekend because they couldn't call a locksmith.
That's why they're love bombing. They're desperate for a place to stay. There's so many places they can't.
Do they have arms at least?
I think that could be
they
part
were
of their
carrying
problem.
suitcases. I think they have.
I think maybe they can't get in because
they don't have arms.
That's the whole issue today with this whole friggin' thing.
That's the whole problem.
People don't have arms.
We just need to accept people without arms.
I know. I'm going to say it. Something was lost in translation.
I'm betting that the in-laws assume that they can just come over whatever they want. It seems like a boundary wasn't set. Yeah.
Yes. And how they got in there.
How are they in her house?
Yeah, because I don't think her and her husband I think her husband even lived there.
To me, I feel like that boundary was set and they crossed it. So I don't know if they have set boundaries or maybe they have set boundaries and like the in-laws just fucking crossed all their boundaries. Maybe the in-laws don't have boundaries.
Yeah. No, they have.
Yeah.
That
one was a head scratcher.
Yeah. I was thinking something lighter. That's my fault there. When I saw that, I thought it was lighter than that.
Yeah, that's why I think weddings are fun.
Weddings can get really emotional.
I know, but I think that people are hilarious when they get really emotional over weddings because I am the exact opposite.
Yeah, people get...
My wedding got canceled and I was like, whew.
Yeah, people get nonsensical.
Maybe
yes, Bunny.
Is that what I'm reading? Or maybe the husband told them that they could stay in her house without consulting her. Yeah.
I don't think they were in her house. From what I can gather, the house she sold was the company house she temporarily lived
in. But I don't think she sold it.
I think she just rents it.
She said that she didn't want to sell it.
She was hiding there because she saw they were out of the shared house.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. She can't get away from...
Yeah, it was just... It made my brain hurt more.
It did. I didn't even have a headache going into it.
Yeah.
Oh! Adopting my...
Okay.
Oh! Damn it!
No judgy. We denied. It's gonna be gone. We're gonna read the first part of it before we click on it so that it can be not gone. I am a 47-year-old female and I live with my husband and my youngest daughter who's 15. My oldest daughter who's 20 no longer lives with us. And I feel a bit lonely since she used to be my partner.
Oh.
I thought you're married.
Oh.
We did everything together. Get over it. We like the same things. We were best friends. Yeah, you can still be best friends with somebody who doesn't live with you.
Oh.
I love my youngest daughter equally. Do you?
No, she doesn't. She loves her. She doesn't like her equally.
Mm. I don't have a favorite child.
Yeah, you do.
But it has always been difficult for me to bond with her since we're
The
so different.
Favorite is the favorite is the one. Yeah, too different.
Yeah, the favorite is the oldest, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
My youngest daughter clearly prefers my husband. I wonder fucking why.
Yeah. How did you even notice? You're gone with the oldest girl all the time.
Given that just like my oldest daughter, they are best friends. They do everything, or just like my old.
Wow.
They do everything together. They're into the same things. They often bond over games, music, and anime. I've tried to bond more deeply with my daughter, but I don't understand her taste. Have you tried?
And she, my husband doesn't see the problem. Okay, when she was BFFs with the oldest daughter, not a problem. But the husband's BFFs with the youngest daughter, and it's a problem. Double standard there.
My husband doesn't see the problem, and he often says each parent with its own daughter. But it doesn't seem right to me. Well, that's because it's not.
But she was okay with it when it was her and
Not deleted. Not deleted.
each parent with its own daughter. Was this a second marriage?
No.
Oh,
I recently decided to build a garden and asked my daughter to help me, as I often bonded with her sister.
Oh my God!
On gardening.
Wow.
She's not her sister. She's a different person. They're not the same
That
person.
you don't understand. By your own.
She said no right away.
Yeah.
But I forced her anyway.
Oh my gosh. That's like, we're going to have a fun family Christmas. We're going to have a fun family Christmas. We're going to bond over gardening. God damn it.
I thought it would be it's going to be a beautiful afternoon.
Yes.
With laughing and chatting.
Laughing and chatting. This is it. We're bonding. Today is the day.
She complained all the time.
Be there.
That the dirt was gross, that the sun was going to burn her, and every time I turned around, I saw her using her phone. Yeah, because she's not into gardening.
She didn't want to do it. She told you that.
She said no.
Yeah.
You asked her and she said no.
Oh.
At one point, I got bored with her attitude, really. Okay, well then let her go do her fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah. Because she's not bored with your attitude. I'm bored with your attitude.
And I said, if you dislike this so much, go and leave your mother alone.
Yeah, leave your mother alone. Wow.
She went back into the house.
Yeah?
I thought that she would come out after a few minutes.
No, you were crazy. No,
She
you
would
were wrong.
and
No.
start over like in the movies.
Oh, is she serious?
She literally put in brackets like in the movies.
But you realize, I mean, you were saying like in the movies, like you think that's that's real.
Great bonding, exactly, Mage.
Real, but oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Usually when you say like in the movies, you understand that that's fantasy and that you're living in reality.
Buddy Morrow threw up some red flags and says, "This is our scheduled family bonding time, and you're gonna like it."
That's right, you are. You are. You're gonna show up for. And you know what? Screw you that you bonded with your dad while I was busy bonding with your sister, because now she's gone to college and I got nobody to bond with. So get your ass out here and we're gonna bond over gardening. Now, damn it. And unbond with your dad while you're at it. Because my BFF other daughter is gone to college. And my job was not to raise her to go and be on her own. My job was to raise her to be my BFF. Forever and ever and ever. But she didn't, so, so I'm stuck with you. Oh, that's what I should have done. So now, damn it, we're going to bond. We're going to bond. Let's go. Let's grab some shovels. We got to go. Let's grab some shovels. You got that compost bin out there.
Gardening.
We're gardening. I don't care if it's December 31st and we live in the middle of the country. We're gardening today.
We will dig it up with icicles.
We will get a pickaxe and dig up that frozen soil. That will be bonding. This woman is not rational. She should go cook for 15 brothers. She might like that. She would be needed.
Like that.
She wants to be needed. She wants to be no, she wants to be a BFF. Maybe she doesn't want to be needed.
But she could be BFFs with all their girlfriends.
They don't have girlfriends.
They don't have wives. I don't know if they have girlfriends. One of them might get. There's 15 of them.
They're all single.
I feel like there's at least 1 or 2 other girlfriends with 15.
I don't think there were.
You might be right.
Wow.
Simon said last time I heard of bonding like this was in a spy movie. That is not bonding. What's that syndrome called?
Oh, that's sad. Where they identify with them.
What's that called?
I don't know, but it is a syndrome.
Where they hold them captive and then they start to bond with their captor.
Yeah.
That's what that's called. That's not bonding.
Yeah.
Stockholm syndrome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Simos.
Yeah, this is not bonding. It's Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. Thank you, Pixie.
You're
Thank you
just
all.
hanging on to her, waiting for Stockholm
Thank
syndrome.
you,
Bunny.
You guys all boom, boom, boom. Good job. Thank you all.
I love you.
Thank you all. Because words
are hard. So basically, she's trying to hold on to her, wait for Stockholm syndrome to set in.
Yeah. It happened.
But after an hour passed, she realized that Stockholm syndrome had not set in.
No, it takes longer.
And I walked into the house and saw her in her room playing on her computer. Oh my gosh, this kid who obviously likes playing on their computer.
And said, I don't want to garden with you.
Who said I didn't want to garden with you.
And then she said, then be gone with you.
Here's the thing, is that I am a weird juxtaposition of somebody who does garden a little bit. I compost. I don't really garden, I compost.
Okay.
And I play video games. There are not very many people who play video games that you will see outside on a sunshiny day.
I don't know that this girl is on the computer that much.
It hurts us, okay? The sun, it hurts us.
I think that,
James bonding.
And yes, there's going to be glue involved if she wants this girl to bond
Exactly. There has to be bond. There has to be glue involved in this bonding if we're going to get
If you dislike this so much, go and leave your mother alone, okay?
Yeah, bye.
Check. You said it.
You're making this unfun, thank you.
And then she's like, but she went and left me alone for an hour.
And did something that she enjoyed.
I told her to go. Leave me alone.
Oh, no.
It's worse. It has to get worse.
Okay. Yes, Simos, you have seen, probably, the most of my gardening. I do indeed do more gardening in video games than I do IRL.
Yes, Madge, that's a thing, wouldn't it be? What would you like to do? Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah. So I got mad and I grounded her without games for a week.
Oh.
Because you asked her, do you want to do this thing? And she said no. And then you forced her to do it and she wasn't enjoying it.
Oh.
She wasn't even sorry she left me alone.
You told her to.
And she called it a wasted afternoon, which hurt me. Well, it was kind of wasted.
Yeah. I mean, Helen Keller could see it was a wasted afternoon. For both of them.
I love this. Mom gives permission to daughter to do her thing. Daughter does her thing. Mom, how dare she?
She's grounded. She's grounded. She's grounded. She did. Oh.
My husband defended her by saying that if I really knew her, I would know that she doesn't like outdoor activities.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have tried to bond by doing something. That I should have tried to bond by doing something she likes.
Yeah. Who said that? Right here. Yep. What does she like to do?
Yeah, like, yeah. I should have tried by doing something that she likes instead of forcing her.
We ask her what she would like to do.
Yeah.
That was said. Yes.
He also accused me of trying to turn her into a version of her sister.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this part I don't like.
Sister 2.0.
And trying to take his daughter away from him. I don't like that.
No.
Now they're both against me and giving me the silent treatment, so am I the asshole?
Yes.
Mom and Dad are both assholes.
You're beyond an asshole.
They have voted for it in the time that, like, between when I originally loaded the picture.
You were so far beyond an asshole. You are.
These are the awards that they got.
You are a work of art.
They had the Poop Knife Award. The Diamond in the Poo Award. I just like looking at them sometimes.
I didn't know these were there.
Yeah. Because they're poopy heads. I am disappointed. He's a colon, yes.
It's just
he's not even. Yeah, like.
But here's the thing: as long as he's with her, he's looking great. Because this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is so. And she doesn't see that it was a problem that she was that close to the first daughter. She doesn't see that that was a problem. That was like normal.
Yeah.
And then she wants to take this other child and make her into that, which was unhealthy. And she wants to do that doing the activity she doesn't want.
I'm sorry, but I just have to point out that, like, the bot has indeed confirmed, the judgment bot has confirmed, like, you know that you're an asshole. It asks you, okay, why do you think that you might be an asshole? And her answer was, because I tried to force my daughter to do something she didn't like just to bond with her, and it didn't work.
She admits to that.
She admits to it. Like, this is her own words.
And she's going to ground her. The mom needs to be grounded. The mom needs to go give herself time out and live with that family in the embassy house. Live with those in-laws.
Everything that's wrong here, you did. I don't agree with that necessarily, but yeah. Thank you, Clara.
Wow. Oh. Mom. No.
OP, she doesn't like gardening.
Yeah.
How could you bond over something that she doesn't even enjoy?
Yeah. You're forcing her to do something she doesn't like to do and thinking it will be a bonding experience.
Newsflash, Mom. Your daughter is her own person with her own interests and hobbies.
The supporting character in your story, that's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go pick something she likes. There's an idea.
It's like the mom doesn't realize that, like, yes, you gave birth to me, but I'm also a separate person.
She's
like, me and my brothers are separate people. We're not just your kids.
And she knew that the daughter was bonded, that liked to do stuff with the dad.
Also, she's aware. She has mentioned 3 things that the kid is into. Right? She mentions 3 things that the kid is into, the 15-year-old.
Really?
They play games. They like the same music. Anime. Like, you know what she's into. She also mentions gaming. Like,
yeah. I don't understand her taste.
You don't understand her taste. Okay, well, like, maybe try and find, like ask her about the game that she's playing.
When we're alone, we hardly ever have anything to talk about.
Okay.
I can't talk about the things she likes.
Can you imagine if we didn't have anything to talk about when we were alone?
No.
The problem when we're alone is, we have to be like, wait. We need to go on camera. We need to go on camera.
Wait, put a pin in that. We got to do it. No. Oh. How are
It's
you?
like, I think that she was like, she bonded with the oldest daughter.
Yes.
And then she didn't bond with the youngest daughter, but
Right.
she was like, oh, well, whatever, I've got
That's
one.
okay. Yeah. That's okay.
Like,
Yeah.
like, so you just like gave up on bonding with your other kid for 15
She
fucking
did.
years?
Yeah, she did. She had the heir and the spare, and then the heir was like, poof. And so she's like, damn, I gotta deal with the spare now. And I didn't think to groom the spare.
I wonder if it's like the Vikings where she just gives the spare the first one's name.
Ooh. Ooh.
Like, he was Eric, but he died. Now you're Eric.
Oh. Ooh. Wow. Wow. There was that in the royal family, the one that, because they are raised differently if they're going to be the heir.
Yeah.
And then there was the one when then the heir was like, no, thank you. And then the
But he wasn't exactly like, no thank you, but
okay. But my
I feel like we maybe have a few English people who are on here who are like,
You're right. Never mind, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
But yeah,
I saw a made-for-TV movie.
I think the Queen's father was raised a little bit differently because he was the king, but he was the spare.
Right. And so he was raised a little differently than he would have been had he been
The heir.
The heir apparent.
Yeah.
So.
The only heir apparent I know of is, well, the only one that I know well is the princess and heir apparent of the Mullet Kingdom. Her Royal Highness Miley Cyrus. We've talked about her before.
You and I have?
Maybe not. I don't know.
The memory is just...
Well, I feel like her father is definitely the king of the Mullet Kingdom.
Yes, he is.
And she is definitely the heir apparent.
Yeah. That is true.
So that's why I call her Royal Highness.
Okay. I'm down with... I got that. Okay. Yeah, this woman, I think she needs to maybe go buy a friend, or I don't know. Maybe the first child will flunk out of college and come home. That would be a happy day.
Hope springs eternal. Because yeah, that's what she wants. Is a supporting character.
Yes.
Bunny says, I was the spare in my family. My mom always wanted a boy, and everything changed when my brother was born.
Oh,
that sucks. You were kind of the spare in your family too.
I want all boys. Oops. And we're gonna stop here because
that is the way that the story was told.
You're right.
That is the way that my grandmother told me.
She told you.
I don't. Was it 4 or 5?
You said 5.
I think it was 5. That she was like, I wanted 5 boys, but then I had your mother. No, mom's number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like at 3, she gave up on her dream
because it had been ruined by then.
Right at that point,
and then it could get worse. She had a 50-50 shot of it getting worse.
Right? Yeah.
She realized that.
Well, right, because infanticide is illegal in the United States. But
can
they could just call you from the herd.
No, call me from the herd.
This is the U.S. We're not allowed to kill babies after the born.
She could have given me up for adoption, no?
Right.
Put me on the church doorstep.
We could do like the Romans and just like put you out in the streets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she could have done that. Would that have been the more humane thing to do?
I heard stories about this actually. I don't know if it was the Greeks or the Romans, but they would like put their, like, if they could not afford to like keep a kid and they had a kid, they would just like put it out in the streets and hopefully somebody would take it. And maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. But then they would like give them, because it wasn't like it was weird because it was like they still hoped the best for them, so they would give them like a necklace with beads on it that like identified their family. And so, like, hopefully, like, when they got older, then they could, like, identify, like, oh, you are my son, and you did grow up, and you weren't eaten by wolves.
Oh my gosh! Wow!
I'm not responsible for any of your raising, but yay!
Wow! Wow! Well, I saw a documentary about a place, and they had it was a setup where people could anonymously drop off the child. And it was like you put it in, and then you turned the crank, and then they went around to then the baby.
There's the baby box, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I think the one I saw was really interesting because it's like as soon as it senses any weight on it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a weight of like 3 ounces or whatever, it doesn't matter. But it's more than like because they have blankets and stuff in there. But as soon as it senses any weight, it turns on like all like the climate controls and everything. So like depending on the time of the year, it's either heated or AC in there. But it was like because they can't really like afford to just heat this box that has like an opening to the outside like all through the winter. Like, for the most part, it's maybe going to be like a couple times a year that it gets used for like literally just a couple hours until somebody gets, or I think it was actually just a few minutes. You know, it was like, it's not even like a thing that gets, like, it gets used for a matter of minutes.
Right.
But like, it was all set up for like,
see, I didn't even know it had
fine.
I didn't even know it had climate control. I thought
Yeah.
it just like flipped it around into the building. But yeah, I thought that was a good thing.
So that we don't have to leave them out in the wilderness to fend for themselves.
Yeah, so she could have done something like that. But yeah, she gave up on that dream.
Yeah, pioneers did straight up like buy children, and that kind of thing still sadly kind of happens a little bit. Like I feel like at the time that was like the best that they could do, but like nowadays when people like adopt kids off of Facebook, it's like we could do better. We could do better.
Yeah,
because now there's like background checks and shit like that you know you could do. Back then it was a little harder to like Google somebody and like look up their
it was very hard before the internet to Google something.
You had to go talk to the town crier.
What was I telling somebody about the other day?
Check back with him later.
Yeah. There was something that happened, and it was like, well, I had to go ask the neighbor, and they were like, "Why?" I was like, there was no internet. I was in a pickle
because it was 1982.
I was in a pickle.
There was something not that long ago where somebody said something to me like that, and I was like, because we didn't have cell phones. It's like, do you not?
E-baby, I like that. E-baby. There are so many old movies that could not happen now because they were missed connections.
There's so many things that happened to me as a child that I could, like, children could not go through that now.
Yeah.
Because,
yeah, we can get a hold of people quick. And we can get information quick.
and people don't, like, misdial a number anymore. Like, we used to dial a number. Every time that you called somebody, you had to punch that number in, and if you got off by one number, you called somebody else.
Oh, like a stranger. Because you can still pocket dial somebody.
Yeah,
but that's somebody you know.
You don't, like, misdial. You don't get, like, random calls from somebody that's like, hey, can I please speak to Mr. Jones? And it's like, Mr. Jones doesn't fucking live here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, what number are you trying to call? Like, that used to be a thing that people would say. What number are you trying to call? And I'll tell you where you got off.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Yeah.
But
call the doctor.
Yeah, call the doctor.
How did they?
They went yelling for the doctor. Run. If you don't have a horse, you run. If you have a horse, you ride. And then when you get there, you put your horse in their stable because you're going to get on his freaking carriage to drive back. That's how doctors used to work.
Yeah.
And then you better hope that doctor was there when he gets there and he's not off at a call at the Smith's house.
Yeah.
But then you maybe have a secretary there who's like, actually said we're over at the Smith's. So.
And did he ever get to take a break, or did he have to like check in on, like he had to file his?
Well, sometimes he got a break, but like it wasn't like a scheduled break. It was just like nobody broke their leg this week.
I I just feel like he would.
If they get sick, in the bin. Exactly.
I feel like he would always have to have his flight plan, posted.
No, because there is no flight plan. It's fly by the seat of his pants.
Well, I was saying he always needs to post, but with a piece of paper on the door, maybe. I'm at.
Well, hopefully he has a secretary who can tell people that.
I don't think he made that much money.
I feel like that he didn't probably survive so much on money as food.
People did give him food, didn't they?
I feel like in the old movies, like the doctor's always like the fat one because they're always just like stand
food. What was the one where they? Oh, I don't know. They would like pay him. They would pay him in food a lot of times.
That's a good point. Funny, like most people had general medical knowledge more than now. So if the doctor wasn't available, some farmer in town could possibly help. But still, you live 6 miles from town, you're running 6 miles.
That's true. On both counts, yeah. But surely they had a horse.
Sometimes. Not everybody had horses. And usually if they did have horses, they were like Clydesdales. Or like draft horses. Because they were working horses. They weren't just like...
Well, and if somebody...
It was only rich people who had carriage horses.
What? Really?
Yeah. Only rich people had carriages.
They had a wagon.
Yeah.
You'd go in the wagon to church
with
on
a draft horse.
Sunday.
That's why draft horses are very popular around here. It's like that's what they had before tractors.
Well, and if somebody was had the horse and had gone out and you're home alone without the horse.
That's scary. That's scary. Sometimes you have to sell the team because your crop failed and you had to eat. Exactly.
Ooh.
We ran into that on Oregon Trail.
We did. Go to town.
Well,
my cousin was talking about even when my mom was young, and that they had to like hire somebody to get the neighborhood kids to school because there was no bus.
There was no school bus, yeah.
And a family had one car. So
right.
How
you couldn't
if the timing didn't work out.
Right. You couldn't take the kids to school and go to work.
Not depending on the timing.
Yeah.
Some did. The one did, and it worked out. But the other, he had to be to work at like early morning, so he couldn't get the kids to school.
I feel like we're not talking about this anymore. So I'm just gonna.
We're not because that woman, she needs to be thrown in the bin.
In the bin. She gave me gout just by reading that.
In the bin. Yes.
My eyes have gout from reading that.
I just have so much concern for this youngest. Of course,
I'm not that concerned for the kid. Besides the fact that she's obviously being unjustly punished for fucking bullshit from her mom. And I am concerned that like their relationship as like a mother-daughter relationship is like not gonna.
It's not. It never gonna.
It never gonna.
Nobody's gonna have a relationship with that woman because she does not understand.
She's gonna end up. You know what? I think I just figured it out. She's got empty nest syndrome early. She's still got one in the nest, and she already has empty nest syndrome.
Right. She's very much an empty nest.
Imagine when that 15-year-old moves out too.
Will she even notice?
Yeah.
Somebody she doesn't have to ground.
Because then she's got nobody to boss around and pretend that she's doing things with.
Well, imagine in 2022 when her husband divorces her and the kid wants to live with him.
I mean, that's probably going to happen.
I mean,
She'd be sad and lonely if she keeps this up.
Yeah, you're right. They might not get divorced until the youngest one goes off to college. Then, yeah.
And then she's going to have crippling depression. Can you imagine this woman's therapist bill if she doesn't like freaking take care of this shit now?
No. She's just going to need.
You know what she needs to do?
What does she?
47. She needs to either have another kid or adopt one. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
No
kidding.
can do.
I'm totally lying.
No can do.
She can adopt a teenager. Why not? She has a 15-year-old. She's absolutely of the age where she could have a teenager.
Okay. She can adopt a teenager. You're right.
Also, like, private adoption agencies will absolutely let you fucking adopt a child if it's, like, from overseas or whatever. Like, we were talking about, like, ones that were, like, sponsored adoption programs, not a private adoption program.
Yeah, I mean, they tried and they couldn't.
Well, because they weren't willing to circumvent the law. Like, and I know the people that you're talking about, and they did not go with all the options that were available to them because they decided to stay firmly on this side of the law.
I don't think that's going to be a problem for this lady. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Go buy a baby from China.
Yeah, black market somewhere. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Obviously, this woman does not need any other children in her life. Like, just in case somebody tried to take me serious.
No.
Yeah, adopting a child must like gardening. There's those Facebook groups. You can go just get a kid off Facebook.
No.
I mean, you can, but it's sad. Yeah, we'll talk about that maybe next week.
Oh.
We do not have time. It is 1 o'clock.
Wow. Okay.
It's 1:03 actually.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Please don't get rid of your child. Like,
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Please do not rehome your child like a dog, like the
And
chauffeurs
don't
did
make
in
them try
2020.
to bond with you over something they say they don't like. But meanwhile,
Also, don't sell them on Facebook. Thank you.
we will be bonding today over gardening. So,
Am I being forced to do this?
so when you see us next time, you'll notice a closer bond between us because because that's how it works. That's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, the parent chooses what you're going to do,
Stockholm syndrome.
and then you do it, and you become close because you're doing it together. That's what's going to happen.
Trauma bonding.
Yes. Okay, we're not gardening. We're going to do auto repair. That's what we're doing. Yeah. We're going to go to the junkyard.
In the heat. No, wait. It's winter time. In the cold.
Yeah. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to rebuild a car.
Do you know that one down there is gone? Did you know that?
No.
You remember that one down there? There's a junkyard. There's like 2 acres of fucking junk cars.
This is going to affect my plan.
It's gone.
Damn it. That's okay. I can come up
I
with,
remember it from my childhood.
I can come up with something else.
And I drove by it like not that long ago, and I was like, and the only thing that I can think is that guy died. It has to be because I can't imagine him letting them like get rid of his cars.
No, I can't imagine that.
You remember the guy?
I think I do.
I'm like I was like he died. That was my first thought.
It happens. It happens. Well,
We bond through the toaster oven. Yes, trial by fire.
that's true.
The See Tina Jones says it's 7 p.m. there, so it's time to start getting ready for the New Year's. Yes.
Where is it? Where is it? Like New Year's right now?
Computer, where is it? Midnight right now.
Meath Hill, England.
There you go.
There you go.
No, it isn't. It's like, no, it is 7 o'clock in England. I don't know how it could possibly be.
Yeah.
That's wrong. This is
Yeah.
wrong.
I thought it was 6 or 7, depending on the time of year. Yeah.
Well, there's only that 1 week. There's only a week where it's 6.
No, we change our time.
I know, and they change their time too a week after we do.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
It's just 1 week that it's weird, and it's a really annoying week.
I don't know that.
Because it's like we try to schedule things.
Sometimes
and
it
it's
was
like,
6, and sometimes it was 7. Huh, I didn't know that.
Yep, just past 7 in UK. Yep.
Yeah. So, okay. Well.
All right.
Happy New Year's!
We're going to sign off.
Have
Happy
a
New
great-
Year's.
Have a great, safe New Year's.
Live in sin in 2020.
Yep. 2020.
2022. 2022. That's the one. I don't know what year it is, guys. I'm sorry.
I started out not knowing what year it is.
I
and
went
we're
the
going to
wrong
end
way.
with you. No,
Wrong way.
that's what it is. You subtracted a year instead of adding a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, if we could do that.
I wish.
Subtract the last
I wish.
couple. So we'll see y'all next year. It's been fun.
We're not still doing toast. We're signing off, Spackle. We ate it. See, look. Here's our... Wait. I'm going to turn off the chat box. Hold on.
Now I don't have to hold it in front of my face.
There's our food. Okay?
It was delicious. This is all that's left. That's how delicious it was. That's how you can tell.
It was actually good. It was. I mean, I eat it for lunch all the time, so wasn't really surprised. But
yes. That's nice, Geo Sam. I like that.
Despite all the turmoil this year, hopefully we'll find ourselves in a better space in 2022. I agree. And
all was not lost. There were good things. We'll try to focus on those.
I'll have to go check that out after I make some lunch myself. I don't know if I'm actually going to tweet about it, but I might read y'all's tweets because that's great fun. Great fun. All right, guys.
Happy New Year! Glitter bomb.